Hello. How's everyone doing today? I'm so sorry for running as late as I did. I did not know what I was going to do, so I was running a bit late from dinner, and then I was like, I have no idea what I'm streaming, but I wanted to stream something different today, so I was scrolling back and forth in my Steam library. So I really do apologise, but we're here now. I hope everyone's doing good, and happy Friday. But of course, who do we have? We've got Jack, hello, and Lurker. We've got Brushy, and I will play that sound for you in just a second. We've got Robo Nyan, how are you doing? And Boots, hello there, I hope you're doing well. I'll play that sound quickly, because I've added a couple sounds. So there's a short version, which is on the channel points, and then there's a long... Hello there, how are you doing, AU? And then there's a long version on the bits, because I thought it was funny. So let me quickly find it, so Brushy's points don't go to waste. Here we go. This should do it. Killer Tofu! Killer Tofu! It made me giggle. And I thought it was very fitting for this as well, Death and Taxes. I don't know too much about this game, but from what I understand, you're playing like the Grim Reaper, but in an office setting. And you decide who lives and who dies. So Killer Tofu kinda fits. I mean, also just the fact it exists is so funny to me. Better late than never. Better late than never, I do agree. I am kind of tired though, so I do apologise if I'm a bit low energy. I've been absolutely shattered all day and I've just not picked up from it. So clearly it's time for the weekend for me. Hey there Greenbird, how are you doing? That long never-ending Steam library list of games I'll never play. Oh, honestly. Because how many games do I have on Steam? I've got... Because it tells you, doesn't it? I've got 407. But then I also share my library with Cookie. So I also have Cookie's games. My mod Cookie. And then Cookie has got... Oh, Jesus. Scroll on down. Cookie has got... 620 games. So I've got a list of over 1,000 games that I scroll back and forth through and never know what I'm doing. So as you can imagine, it can be quite overwhelming sometimes. But it's also a very privileged problem to have, isn't it? Let's be real. Let's be honest. It is a very privileged problem to have. You're doing a little miserably, to be honest. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. Isn't that from one of those 90s cartoons? I have no idea. I just found it on the sound alerts and thought it was really funny, so I added it in. And like I say, the longer version is on the bits. It's not a lot different, I think there's only a couple extra lines, so I thought, do a version for those who are using their channel points, do a version for those who choose to use bits, but it means there isn't like a paywall for it then, because it's just funny, and it can definitely make some funny moments, because there are so many possibilities, exactly. I thought it could definitely make some really amusing moments, so I was quite happy when I found it. Hey there Logan, how are you doing? But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good, doing well. Today's going to be a bit more of a laid back one, like I said, I am a sleepy rabbit, but I'm hoping this game's good. The reviews are good on it. I've been wanting to play it for a while. It's not a very long game either, so we should be able to do as much as we want to do with it within one stream. Like, we won't like 100% it, like completionist wise, but we should be able to get like through the narrative in one stream, which will be pretty good. And I'm hoping we have a good time with it. We can make some decisions together, talk some stuff out. Yeah, we'll see how it ends up going. You're good, glad to hear it. I'm okay, thank you very much. But yeah, I don't have an awful lot to say today. I've not been up to much. I just worked all day, did some house chores, had dinner. Though one thing I found out literally just before I went live. There's this website that I've been buying from them for years, right? They're my main go-to for like anime figures in the UK, and the first website I recommend to anyone in the UK to buy anime merch. And they shut down. They shut down today out of nowhere. And they're called Dakai Anime. Well, they were called Dakai Anime, I guess. And they literally sent promotional emails out on like Monday or Tuesday about new items and new pre-orders. And I was literally on the website like on Wednesday looking at pre-orders. And now they're just gone. They're just outright gone. It's a good thing I've got no pre-orders with them at the moment. But yeah, permanently. If you try to go on their website now, it just comes up with a black page saying like they're in liquidation. And if you have a pre-order or any orders pending with them, the liquidators will be in contact with you. And I'm just like, what happened there? That's wild. So yeah, I don't know how that's happened, where that's come from. I don't have any pre-orders left at this point because my last one shipped out, I want to say last month. But there's going to be so many people with so many pre-orders. And like I say, they were releasing pre-orders like on Wednesday. So people probably pre-ordered stuff on Wednesday. And surely they knew that something was on the horizon, yet they kept on putting up pre-orders. And now all these people are going to have to wait for the liquidators. They probably will just refund, I know, but it's like the hassle of it. Do you know what I mean? If you knew there was problems, why would you keep on putting up pre-orders? I don't know. But I don't know how business works. I can't recommend them anymore. That's very true. Luckily, there are a couple of other like people I would recommend. But Dakai Anime was always the cheaper one in the UK. But there are a couple of like independent people who do sell stuff in the UK, and I've used them for a long time as well. So I have other recommendations. But they were the place I got my first anime figure from, was Dakai Anime. Back when they were still called, and I think they were called, were they called like Anim UK or something like that, like years and years ago. And that's when I bought my first ever anime figure. And it was a spring season Miku, the Easter one where she's got like the basket and the cute little outfit and the bunny ears. That was the first anime figure I bought. And yes, it's kind of like the end of an era in a way, isn't it? Apparently worldwide everyone's been having a really hard time with the monies. Maybe a new site might pop up to replace them within a few months. Everyone has been having a hard time with the monies, absolutely. Cost of living crisis and all that, I definitely agree. Being able to treat yourself is a lot harder to do these days. And I can half imagine that their business probably suffered off the back of it, as have many other businesses. But it just came so out of nowhere. Because like I say, they were sending emails out about like new products a couple of days ago. Like, it was so out of left field. It'd be fair enough if they kind of like stopped sending their emails out, or like did a sale or like something like that, and then they closed down. But no, just gone. But I don't know how the business rhetoric is for it, but I just was so surprised by it. I think one small business that does anime imports in the UK. I think they're Anime Emporium, I think they're called. I follow them on Instagram, and they are offering to, if you had orders with Dakai Anime, they're going to help you find the goods and match the price that you paid with Dakai. So you obviously get your refund from Dakai, whether you claim it back through the bank or whatever else, and they're offering to match the price, which is very good of them, because they will lose some money from doing that, but it will also be very good for them, like relationship-wise, like business relationship-wise with new clients and stuff. But that's how I found out about it, because I saw it on Instagram because of Anime Emporium saying about it. I had no idea. It's crazy. I nearly pre-ordered from them the other day because there was a Kirby figure I wanted. It's a good thing I didn't. Maybe I'll go to YY Kawaii and order it instead, because they're another one I go to a lot. YY Kawaii on Instagram. I've been using them for a long time as well. Because while I do try to order from Japan, with the increases in with the increase in delivery costs, it's not really worth it anymore. Unless you're doing like a bulk order and you've got like a proxy who can hold them for you for a while, it's not worth it because of the postage anymore. It is good customer service. Like I say, it's going to be a very good way to like build up a new client base and build up good rapport with a bunch of new clients. So I definitely agree it's a good business move, but it just looks good for them as well. Okay, cool. Let me just quickly... There we go. We ain't dealing with that. I'm not in the mood. I'm not even going to take a second to read it. I just saw they were promoting, so they're gone. But yeah, I just wanted to get that up there because I literally found out just before I pressed live about it, and I was like, oh my goodness. So that was like the highlight of my day. The low light, I suppose, but like the peak of my day where the most happened kind of thing. You got your computer back. Glad to hear it, Queen. I hope you're well. I am going to take a quick sip of my drink. Give me just a second. And then, should we hop on over to the game? Like I say, I think we should be able to get through the narrative in one stream. It is meant to be a shorter game, but I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know how much voice acting there is. I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but I've heard it's a funny time. I heard it kind of has you making some like interesting decisions and like that sort of stuff. So, I'm curious. So let's pop on over, and I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Queen. So I'm going to pop on over. Give me a second. And then I will turn on the audio for my game. As always, let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, anything like that, because it's too loud in my ears. So I'm going to turn that down a smidgens. Okay, and then let me open up this, and I guess we're going to go straight into it. Have I bought any Kotobukiya figures? Yes, I've got a couple. I've got... Is my Nanami Kotobukiya, or are you Mega House? I can't remember. But I've got the Leon and Charizard figure that was kindly gifted to me. That's a Kotobukiya. And then I've got a... So I hope you can hear me okay. I'm looking at my figures. I've got a Victor Nikiforov from Yuri on Ice. I've got a Kotobukiya figure from that as well. And then I think... think my Sebastian from Black Butler's also Kotobukiya. Most of my figures are Alta, I have to be honest. Most of them are Alta. Are you Kotobukiya? I cannot remember off the top of my head. I might have 2 Victors that are Kotobukiya. But I've got a couple of figures either way. I cannot remember who made my Nanami figure. I think it was Mega House. I think it was Mega House. I can check. I could check and go on my my figure page. Give me a second. What's the website called? My figure collection, isn't it? It's very out of date, my figure collection. Because they're making some Yu-Gi-Oh figures and you're interested. They are good quality. My ones are anyway. They are good quality. And my Leon one's very good quality and it's huge. It's really big. I've had no problems with them personally. I'm not logged in. Do I remember my login details? Oh, good, it's saved. Good stuff. My shower's in the wrong place. Let me fix that for you, Fru. I did change it. I just didn't do it. Killer Tofu. Where is my shower? Where is my shower? There it is. Why is it still in the wrong place? Why are you still in the wrong place? Shower the skull, exactly. I did change it. Are you in the right place now? Why aren't you working? Why aren't you working? Right, try one more time. That one's fine. That one goes everywhere. That's not a problem. There we go. Dear Lord. Bro, I did change it. It was correct on my stream deck, so I don't know what happened. I'm just checking on my... Where are we? Where are we? My collection. Did I update it when I got the Nanami figure?
Posture check.
Posture check. Thank you kindly. It is Mega House, yes. And my Nanami isn't Kotobukiya. I have a big stretch. But my Victor definitely is, and my Leon definitely is. And... my Sebastian definitely is. There you go. So I've got a few. Close that. Close that. But yeah, most of my scales are Alta, and most of them are Love Live ones. And most of the Love Live scales are done by Alta. So this game, I don't know crazy amounts about it, but from what I understand, you're the Grim Reaper, but you work like an office job. And your job is doing like the paperwork to decide who's dying and who's living, that sort of thing. That's all I know about it. And I got an achievement for starting the game, so good. Okay. So, oh, Fate, Keeper of World Order. Lemons. We are missing lemons. Okay. Oh, he's grumpy, so he's going out. Oh, a bit of a Beatles reference. That is my office job in real life, yes. How are you doing, Narix? Right, so we're going to the market for some lemons. There's our lemons. I don't know if this is us. Oh, excuse me, sir. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, he's angry. I just want to buy some lemons. Okay. And he's leaving. He's super angry, but he's got his lemons. Oh, he's going in. Still missing your one page of your assignment. Did you not do one yesterday? So now there's some like alchemy nonsense going on. Hey there, Sersico. I hope you're well. Oh! Okay, we've got a skull. Oh, we gotta choose our Grim Reaper. Oh, okay. Ooh! You did half. Well, half is still alright, as long as you get done before the deadline. That one's quite cool. I didn't realise there was customization in this. Ooh, Ghost Skull. I kind of like this one. This one's quite cool. It's kind of Sugar Skull-like, isn't it? I kind of like the Ghost Skull as well, though. Ooh, I can change my suit as well. Oh, I like the black suit. That's very My Chemical Romance, isn't it? Ooh! He needed lemon for the magic. That's what it looks like, definitely. Taxes is something you're rather patriotic about, mostly because we're not American. I can't handle doing my own taxes. Oh, honestly. Oh, I'm big. Why is none of my stuff working at the moment? There you go. I kind of like this situation. I kind of like this. But the Sugar Skull is also kind of cool. No, 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 no. Let's go for the Sugar Skull, shall we? Let's go for this. Okay, I'm good. I am ready for the bureaucratic afterlife.
Finally.
Ooh.
The new spawn has awoken.
The new spawn has awoken. Okay.
What a momentous day.
Can you hear the dialogue
I
okay?
am honored to welcome you into our world. Spawn. Hang on. Spawn number 4-1.
Oh. 4-1. Right. Should I turn it up a smidge? It's a bit low. Because I can't turn up the dialogue separately right now. So I'll turn up the entire thing. It's gonna be a bit loud and then we'll work it out afterwards. See if this is any better.
I am Fate. I am the keeper of world order.
Okay. Is that any better for you? Where am I? What is this? What am I? Hello, pleasure to meet you, Fate. I don't much care about being just 41. Can I be Fate? Hey there, Kingly. How are you doing? What day is it today, Narix? The dialogue's still a bit low. Is the music loud? Let's see if I can go into here. So if I turn the music down a smidge, keep the voice up. And then I should be able to turn this up. It shouldn't blow your ears up. Right, so we'll try around there. Because the problem is it's all the same level, so if I turn it all up at once, the music's going to be blaring. So I'll try doing that. I'll turn the music to half. I'll keep the voice on to whole. And then we'll see if that improves it at all for you. I've also turned up the game sound again as well. So, continue. What am I?
You are the Grim Reaper. You are Death.
Ah.
That is pretty cool, right?
Is that better for you? Hey there, Baha, how are you doing? It is indeed Blanky Friday. That's better. Awesome. I'm doing alright though, Kingly. I hope you're good. We got the balance right. We got there in the end. Good stuff.
Welcome to your new job as an overseer of Cosmopolis City Subdivision 4.
Okay.
The Sun County Wine Region.
Ooh, wine region. Okay. You're good. Glad to hear it.
I know what you are thinking. And yes, your assignment is choosing humans who have to die.
Standard stuff,
Pretty
standard stuff. Yeah, standard. You're rather drowsy. I've been drowsy today. I have been like half asleep like all day, I swear.
As
It's better
it is
now,
your
good
first
stuff.
Day, try to get to know the system. And do not destroy the world, yes?
I mean, what if I want to destroy the world?
Gallows humor, you see?
What if I want to destroy the world?
Right.
You're giving me a lot of
Yes.
power here. I could just kill everyone.
Clear?
I could just kill everyone. I mean, hey there, Hyper, how are you doing? Fru catches up with clip work. Well, good luck with that. 6 hours sleep, gang. I slept a fair amount last night, but I still just... I think it's the cold weather. I really do. I've said this before. I think the cold weather makes me tired. Will I get paid for this?
Most certainly. The contract stipulates that every death gets a fair salary based on their performance accuracy.
Okay. Valid.
Marking profiles correctly is the most important task.
Okay.
If you mark more or less than necessary, you will not get your fee at all.
No pay at all. Come on. Did I reinforce my Fiat 500 and put a jet engine in? I have to find a garage that will do that for me. I do agree. It's a good chance for Fotu to show up,
Errors
isn't
in
it?
secondary tasks will reduce the total, even if the primary
Oh,
task
they're
is
strict. They're strict.
executed correctly.
You're a tough bargain man, Fate. You're a strict
Remember,
noggin.
The fate of the world lies in your hands. Humans march towards the great dying. They always teeter on the precipice, creating endless chaos.
Okay.
We keep humans from falling off.
So what are you then?
We establish the
Because you're looking very
equilibrium
fleshy.
and keep the chaos in check.
Mm-hmm.
For that reason, your actions will have consequences.
Okay. The cat does have a bit of a creepy face going on, doesn't it? Though I like its tie. I'm guessing that's a tie, and I'm kind of into it. Where do I work? I was born to do this. Why me? Whatever, let's get this over with. I was born to do this.
You were.
Let's be confident.
Literally. I will now show you your workplace.
Getting a job is all about showing face. You've got to show the correct face, even if you have no face. You still got to show the correct one. Right.
One more thing. This will be your 7-day evaluation period.
Short period, okay.
When the week is done, you will be assessed.
Okay.
1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper.
Noted. He said he's fake, but you wonder who the cat is. What if the cat's the one talking? Oh, my phone's ringing. I have a phone at least, good for procrastinating and scrolling through Corker. The Daily Moon. Come one, come all. Ace pilots to host a dazzling air show. Okay. Do your job. Welcome, Grim. Here are the files on humans who are in life-threatening situations within your domain. I'm granting you time to settle it in, so no difficult rules and requests as of today. Is the music too loud? 1 human has to die. Send me the files by fax after you've made your decision. Okay. That can go in there. I think the music's a smidge too loud, isn't it? Let me go back into here. It seems fine to you. I'll take down a smidgen more just to play it safe. So we got a marker of death, okay. Cerberus's Den, feed your soul, open weekends. Well, I can go into that drawer, because I can go to the bar later on. And then I guess these are our 2 documents. Zara Seal, 38, asteroid hunter. What begun as constant stargazing as a child turned into a career in astronomy. Zara's main goal is to find asteroids that could potentially hit the planet and alert the asteroid destroyer unit in the military. Some of the reviews did mention papers, please. Kevin Mason, 35, Air Force captain. Kevin, born and raised at the McIntyre Air Base, loves the thrill of flying planes in tense combat situations. Their family has a history of military service. Kevin is dedicated to their spouse and 7-year-old child, rarely taking time for themselves. Ooh, okay. So, we've got to pick one of these people. The problem is, do we pick the one who could save the planet because they're keeping an eye on asteroids, or do we save the one with children? I'm thinking though, from a utilitarian perspective, right? Bringing in what's the word? Like philosophy and all of that into this. Surely we should go for the route that could potentially help more people. So if Zara stays alive and then finds an asteroid and they can like save a bunch of people from the asteroid because they destroy it, that's going to save millions of people in theory. Whereas, as horrible as it is that the child is not going to have their dad, that's one person compared to millions of people. But with it being a child and they're going on about family, that makes it a lot more personal. So it's kind of hard to think of it that way, but you kind of need to think that way, don't you? It makes sense, doesn't it? It's hard to kind of vocalize that, but I do think it does make sense. Does a Grim Reaper concern themselves with extraterrestrial threats? Hyper, as a Grim Reaper, if an asteroid hits the planet, imagine the overtime I would need to do. Imagine the overtime that I would need to do to file all of that paperwork for all of those people killed by the asteroid. I mean, I got a pub to go to on the weekend. I don't want to be doing overtime. Hey there Gizmo, how are you doing? Hey there Toten, how are you doing? I think I agree with what I'm saying, though I don't think there's a right answer. I think this is the way to go. Preventing chaos was the main goal. That's true. Right, we're gonna... Yes, you're gonna live and you're gonna die. Okay, decided. And I guess now we need to send them off. Confirm my choices. You're great, just got back from Finland. Oh, I hope you had a wonderful time. Oh, what's this about then? So... oh, it's like the office building. Oh, I'm like in the elevator. Cerberus's den. Quartermaster's Mortimer's plunder. Ooh.
What customer? Welcome to Quartermaster Mortimer's Plunder Emporium.
It's like a shop.
As ye may guess, I am Mortimer. The Mortimer. The one you may have heard of. The famous, nay, infamous Quartermaster.
Okay. Never heard of you before. What makes you infamous? The Mortimer, an honour to meet such a legend. There you go.
'Tis me.
I'll butter him up a
Terror of
little
the
bit.
waves. I may have grown most humble with age.
Oh,
but
very
tales of
humble.
my thunderous exploits will live forever.
Okay. Can I buy stuff here?
Aye. Ye are visiting me ultimate dream. The
I got no
Emporium.
money at the moment though.
Browse at your will.
So I can fancy suit bow tie edition. Travel through the ether and then blast them at you. A coin! Well, I haven't got any money at the moment anyway, so I guess we're leaving. Then we got this... oh! This place. Can I go into here yet? The elevator's a bit hard to control. I'm guessing not because it's all greyed out. Do I need to go back to work? Oh! Fate's office. The Mortimer. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the new death spawn.
Okay.
Welcome. How was your first day?
It was okay, I guess.
Good, good. I understand it may take time to get acclimated. Everyone goes through that phase. Remember, lives are on the line.
Lives are indeed on the line.
I see exactly one person perished
Yes.
today, as tasked. Did you figure out the best choice?
Nobody deserves to die. The best, there were only two options. I did, no I didn't. It's one of those things, right? I feel like there isn't a correct choice. However, I feel that was the best of choices between those two options. Though someone else would very much disagree with me, so I'm going to say I did.
To be honest, I gave a simple one to begin with. There was no best choice.
No, I disagree.
Sometimes none of the options are good.
That's what I'm concerned
Not
about.
for everyone.
Yeah, that's how I'm trying to think about it. I'm trying to think of what's going to benefit the most people. I think if I go down that trajectory, that will help me throughout the game, I think.
Such is the
So I can imagine there's going to be some really hard decisions in this.
incontrovertible, ironclad law of cosmos. Questions?
No, I'm ready.
Keep your eye on the letter for future guidelines.
Okay.
And keep up the good work.
Future guidelines. Exactly. What's going to end
A
up with the
new
least
day
paperwork,
awaits.
Hyper? That's what you want to
go
do when
now.
you work in an office. You want to limit the paperwork, limit the phone calls, and limit the emails as much as you can. Oh, there you go. I got some money now. I will save it. I won't buy something straight away. But I guess this elevator's hard to control. Personal quarters, end the day. Okay, and then I need to go to work, I guess. That's Fate's office. I can do it by the... oh, that's so much easier. Grim office. Grim, hello. Right. Engine failure leads to a catastrophic crash during a demonstration flight. Oh, that's how the guy died. A big asteroid alert. It's coming right for us. There we go. It was the right choice. Because they found an asteroid and it's going to be destroyed now. So we did make a difference. Obviously, it's a big shame the guy passed away, but we made a difference. We made a difference. Okay, pop the phone away. Pop the phone away. Morning, Grim. I hope you found your accommodations adequate. Here are the rules of the day. Follow them and you will be okay. I'm handing you another simple task. Ooh, grab this. Dip. 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 One human with an engineering or industrial background has to die. Okay, so one human with an engineering or industrial background has to die. So who do we have here? And last one. So we've got Tamal Hidaka, an astronaut who's 31 years old. Inspired by playing Space Intruder a lot as a kid, Tamao decided to join the Earth Defense Unit as an astronaut. A dangerous asteroid has been located for the first time after their training, and they must now land on the surface and blow it up. Okay. Leo Holowitz, 46, cobbler. Leo can't even count the amount of shoes they've made. They dream of making shoes that gives an understanding of how it feels to be in other people's shoes, because they're actually wearing other people's shoes. It doesn't really give any particular insights. And then we've got Rafika Al-Quiri. Rafika is very much it's very much into renewable energy and has been trying to figure out new experimental ways of making power generation more efficient. They also love flying kites and playing with their dog. Hey there, Snow, how are you doing? Shinigami confirmed. So, we need to sort out that asteroid. So you're living. And then, can I put the cap back on? There we go. So one person with an engineering or industrial background has to die. So that means this person has to die because they're an engineer. So you've got to die. And then the cobbler, I mean, they're not really doing anything bad, are they? The cobbler can chill, so we'll say living to the cobbler. Because they're just making shoes. And then we're going to have to... Oop! I can draw on them. Do some eyes. No, wait, I'm not done. Do some eyes. And a smiley face. There you go. Right, put the pen down. And then this one can go over there. We've got our engineering background person dying. That wasn't too difficult, that one. And then I guess arrow keys tofu. So we've got the bar, which I don't think I can go into yet. And then the shop, which I'm going to continue saving my money for, I think. So let us go back up to Fate's office.
Grim, how was the second day on the job?
It was alright.
Good. So, did you follow the rules properly?
I think I did.
Great. Yes, everything looks to be in
Yeah,
order.
I did a good job.
Continue the good work, and do not let tough choices get you down.
I still don't know what I'm doing. I hope I get to kill more people. Can I get a vacation?
Nope.
Oh. I would like a
well.
vacation.
You will need it. See you soon.
See you later, buddy. Ah, kitty. Bye, kitty. Right, so I guess I'm going to bed. Here we go. And then back to work. Oh, Grim office, back to work. Okay. So, big asteroid successfully blown up. Asteroids return unscathed. So we saved the world from the asteroid. Engineers find nigh decipherable design documents after death of colleague. Tried to actualize design with moderate success. Okay. We did stop the asteroid though, so I think that was a good bet. Why do these coins keep on exuding weird stuff? Is this just my money? Go the other way. Go the other way! Why do you keep on letting it? There you go, keep on letting out skulls. Morning, Grim. A new day dawns. You ought to know the drill by now, but just in case, here is another simple one. No special requests today. Try to follow the rules and choose the appropriate profiles, then send them to me by fax. 2 humans need to die. Okay. Can I just put these away? 2 humans need to die today. Right, the money's been put away. There you go. So, 2 humans need to die. Okay. So, Mark F. Plyer, 31, engineer, aspiring film director. Mark originates from the island of Aria, but moved to Cosmopolis City at a young age. They studied engineering at a polytechnical institute. Then they started a side career as a MeTuber, mostly videos about engineering, where they've gained a considerable following. Mainly they aspire towards becoming a film director. Okay. Samara L. Downey, 35, detective. Samara has worked in the homicide department only for a few years, but has already shown great talent in solving seemingly unsolvable murder cases. They are currently after an unknown serial killer who's suspected to be working for a local church. It might be a pun for Markiplier. He's wearing glasses and stuff as well, so potentially. Okay. Dudley Singleton, 55, unemployed. Dudley aims to make the world a better place by collecting tar, bottles, cans and the like. After collecting a set amount of those bottles can be exchanged for money, and new alcohol can be bought from the proceeds, which will create more bottles to take care of. Okay. You go over there for a second. Then we got, I'm going to pronounce this name so very wrong, Leo Borjowski? Probably butchered that one. He's a politician, he's 67. Leo has been in politics for over 40 years, and in that time they've worked hard on relaxing the government's meddling in the real estate market. Although nobody has found proper proof, there have been rumours that Leo has taken many bribes from a number of realtor agencies. Relaxing the government's meddling. So what? So they're saying that he's trying to prevent meddling in the real estate market, but he's been taking bribes from realtor agencies. So he's kind of corrupt, okay? And then we've got Columbia Hunter, 47, airplane pilot. Columba is a distinguished war veteran, these days working as a well-regarded passenger plane pilot. They're happily married and have 5 children. As a hobby, Columba is extremely interested in the history of religious buildings. Right, okay. Now, what's your opinions on all that I just read? Who are you thinking we need to have 2 people die today? Do you have any that instantly stand out at you? Because I wonder if we're thinking on a similar page, because I have a couple in mind. But I want to know if we're agreeing on it, so I want to hear your thoughts. If you want me to read any over again as well, I can read them over again for you. Or like bring any up so they're a bit bigger. You think Leo dies? I can't in good faith end someone based on unconfirmed rumours. It's true, they are unconfirmed rumours. So I'm thinking Mark lives, right? Because Mark's pretty harmless. They're also an engineer, which will hopefully help with the stuff from the other engineer that died. So I think it's best for Mark to stay alive, right? Which leaves us with these 4. Then we've got Samara, who works in solving unsolvable murder cases, and I think that's kind of good to keep around. Do you know what I mean? And they're currently after a suspected killer as well, so I think they're probably good to keep aside, because otherwise a serial killer could be on the loose. So that leaves us with these 3. So 2 out of these 3 need to die. Now, it does test your moral code, doesn't it? I'm trying to think of it very straight-lined in terms of like what benefits people more and what doesn't. Like I'm really trying to think it very strictly like that, otherwise you could end up going down so many tough choices, do you know what I mean? But I'm quite comfortable. This one would be good because obviously another engineer passed away, so they'll be quite good to help with the energy situation. This one's after a serial killer right now, so I think that one's good to stay over there. So now we've got these 3. Now, they're going to become the next L from Death Note and hunt me down. I mean, if I'm literally the Grim Reaper, right, someone's got to do it. I'm not going around murdering people. I'm thinking, and I feel so bad for this, right? I want to say that outright. I'm thinking Dudley, and I'm thinking Leo. And I feel really bad about Dudley. Right? I feel bad for Leo as well, but I feel very bad about Dudley. Because Dudley's obviously just fallen on some hard times. It sounds like he's homeless. Or if he's not homeless, he's potentially getting close to homeless. He sounds like he's got an alcohol problem. And I'm like, I just want to get him some help, right? But if we're going to have to go from a full standpoint of who's helping the most people, or who's going to leave the most behind or leave the most risks behind. It kind of leaves you with Dudley being one of them, doesn't it? Which I don't like. But I did say I was going to go from a utilitarian perspective. So we've still got Leo and Columba, right? The problem is with Leo, there isn't any proof that he has done any wrongdoings. But on the flip side, he's also the oldest. Which I know sounds bad. What I mean is like, he's lived longer than the others, he's been able to live his life, etc, etc. Do you know what I mean? Whereas this guy is a war veteran. He's got to like live his life up a bit. He's had it tough. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking these two. And he's got 5 kids. He's got 5 kids, so he would leave a lot of people behind as well, right? Whereas we've got a politician who has lived the longest life out of all of the people on our table. So he's had a long life and he's potentially corrupt. And then we've got Dudley, who is the second oldest. And unfortunately, as much as I'd like to say let's get him some help, it's going to cause the least impact through passing away. Does that make sense? I feel so horrible saying that. I feel cruel. But if you think about it completely logically with no emotional like connections to it, that makes the most sense to me. It's a nice soundtrack, isn't it, with the piano? I think I'm going to do this. I think this makes sense to me. I'm going to do it. I'm clocking it in. Exactly, he's older. He's lived his life, hasn't he? He's lived his life. He's done what he's needed to do. So we're going to pop you in there. Pop you in there. Oh, I've still got unmarked profiles. I need to mark the others as lived. It was only 2 that needed to pass away, wasn't it? Yes. So you can go there. I'm going to mark you as living. That's true. The war vet as well. He's flying commercial flights. And you so know if you have him die, he's going to crash a commercial flight and kill a bunch of other people. That's also true. So from the utilitarian perspective, it makes sense to keep him alive because you so know that's what they're going to do to him. You so know. So yes, I think this is the decision to make. And we're going to do a little smiley face. There you go. Yeah, no, I agree. As soon as you said that, I was like, yes, you're very right. There we go. You should feel terrible. I think that's the point, isn't it? I think it's meant to make you feel bad. Right, we'll go and see Fate.
Grim, my latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel?
I feel hungry all of the time. How's that even possible?
Probably some of the psychic residue left over from the creation. Making a death is not simplistic alchemy.
Okay.
Now, let me take a look at the files you sent in today.
Please do.
Right. Everything looks to be in order. You have followed the rules and marked the correct amount of profiles.
It is definitely one of those games. Like, there's another game that makes you think through your morals, through, like, dilemmas. I kind of want to try that game out. It could definitely trigger some interesting discussions. I always try to go for...
Not much else to say.
Oh.
You may leave. See you tomorrow.
When it comes to situations like this, where it's, like, fictional, I do try to go for what's going to impact the most people sort of approach instead, because I find that's the easiest way for me to balance my morals. But in real life, you know that's not how it's going to work in real life, because you don't know how you're going to react to these situations in real life. As much as you think you would think you know, you won't know until like the panic's going around. Do you know what I mean? Can I go to the shop? Hey there, Dip.
Prepare
How you
for
doing?
A perilous adventure on the
Ooh.
ocean of quality merchandising.
So we've got a reflector, a looking glass gazing ultimately deep into the abyssal depths of the underworld. Huh. Graveyard Keeper's one of those. And then we've got an Infernal Illuminator. Sure, we'll get an Infernal Illuminator. Can I buy it? How do I buy? I've bought it. Okay, cool. And then...
Don't tell your captain about this. 'Tis one of theirs. Stole a great deal of time ago, though. Like 'tis between 2 months at least. I remember it was like yesterday.
Like it was yesterday.
Barely made it out of the wardrobe alive. Have you seen how far it goes? Many skeletons are in there. Almost became one of them. But you can't trap old Mortimer that easy.
No, not Mortimer. It's like challenging you to the trolley dilemma of each day. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a bit like that, isn't it? I'll buy that as well, because why not?
'Tis wondrous marvel. Once upon me and me crew sailed the
Hey
southern
there, Anna,
seas
how are
and
you
came across
doing?
an accursed lighthouse.
They are hard, aren't
Plundered
they?
a lot of it.
I've been trying to think about it
Even
as
the
logically as
mirrors.
possible. Because it's
Built
very
the
easy
frame
for you to
from
be like
useful
emotional
driftwood
about it and be
washed
like,
ashore.
oh, but they've
When
got
the ship we
children and
rammed
stuff like
into.
that. Do you know what I mean?
Covered it in
But you
all
need to think
gold,
about like the
too.
wider
Course.
picture, and that's difficult to do.
Aye, a proper beauty.
And even then, it still could be the wrong choices. I very much doubt there's like wrong choices on this. Because everyone's going to have differing opinions, aren't they? Oh, my new suit arrived. Oh, I can change my suit. I can do a tuxedo. Oh, I like this one. I like this one as well. Oh, I like this one too. Oh, Jack Skellington though. Oh, I might need to go for the Jack Skellington. Right, I'll need to change my... There you go. Jack Skellington. Good stuff. Right, I'm going to bed. So we can change that at any time. That's so cool. Right, back to the office. Back to the old grind. Check my phone. There is no... Oh, here we go. All survived in plane crash due to skillful efforts of the pilot. Yeah, a bunch of people would have died if we let the pilot die. Local politician dead after being struck by a car. Police have not yet ruled out a deliberate hit. Body found crushed under an avalanche of bottles. There were so many. Another serial killer caught! I was right about that. So, because we didn't kill Samara, she caught her serial killer. Because we didn't kill the pilot, he didn't crash the plane full of passengers. I think we made a good choice. I think we made a good choice. Right, go away, phone. Looking very dapper, I do agree. Grim, have you looked outside today? It rains. It's been raining for hours. Appropriate to accompany the despondence within me. Well, here it... I did it! Well, here are the rules for the day. 3 humans have to die. Okay, 3 humans have to die. Oh, stunt person. Okay, so we have got Imoko Awoka. I am going to butcher these names, I do apologise. Amiko worked hard their whole life, but when a retirement knocked, they switched to full fun and games mode. These days they spend more time taking care of their garden, but most of their time playing team-based online multiplayer shooters. Grim, I am watching. You should mark this profile to live. Oh no, they want him to live! Fate wants the gamer to live. Okay. And then we got... Hewat, 19, stunts person. Hewat grew up physically active, and they've always loved danger and safety in equal measures. That is why they decided to pursue a career in film stunts. Recently they were hired as a stunt double for a famous film star in an upcoming action blockbuster. Okay. We might be able to kill non-humans, I don't know. So we got Scotsman, 35, dentist. Scott works as a dentist but sometimes regrets not becoming a scientist. Thinking it's too late to switch careers, they occasionally quench their thirst for science by trying to invent new teeth-filling materials. Okay. I don't know how I feel about him. Masego Akiro Owa, 33, executive chef. He's always loved the challenge of resolving problems efficiently, the joy of creative cooking, and genuinely being the one in charge. Sometimes gruff and severe, but they do care about providing an elegant cuisine experience. They're hoping to expand their horizons. Okay. No worries, Monkey Boots. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. Wilton Singh, Logistics Coordinator, age 39. Wilton is very proficient logistics coordinator. Their nickname at work is Smooth Operator. They also apply these skills to managing 2 separate secret families. Right, so you've got a cheater, but it also means he's got 2 families, so more people will be impacted. You've got a chef. Honestly, I'm not a fan of this dentist because I feel like he's going to put something in someone's mouth without testing it and cause them damage. So I think the dentist is going to have to go. But we need to kill 3 different people. And Fate wants this one to live. So I think this one needs to live because we might get in trouble. So this one's going to live, I think. Hey Crusader, I'm doing nothing of the sort. I'm just doing my office job. Now, so we've got to decide. This one's dying. I don't know if you agree, but something about them like trying to create stuff in the background just gives me like a weird vibe. So I think they should go. But we still need to decide 2 of these guys need to go. This is where it's hard because my opinion on the idea of cheating makes me want to kill this guy. Not because I think cheaters should die, but just my moral compass when I'm thinking life or death. But that's me kind of going against the logic I was thinking about before. And beyond that, none of these guys are doing anything wrong, but 2 of them need to die. I'm thinking, potentially, let the stunt person live because of how young they are. You'd kill Wilton, he's the oldest. He's the oldest out of this situation. The stunt person might die if we let him live. I mean, he might die at a later date. I suppose he'll probably survive whatever accident's kind of like waiting for him. But I don't know. I feel bad for saying Wilton though, because the only reason I don't like him is because he's like cheating on his partners. And that's much more of like an emotional response and like an emotional like decision. And I've been trying to think about these logically. But in this situation, beyond what Wilton's been up to, no one's up to anything nefarious. So it is a harder decision to make. So I think I'm going to go for Wilton. So now we need 1 more person to die because we've got the dentist. Because like I say, I'm just worried about what this guy's up to. Because he wants to be a scientist, so he just tries to invent new teeth filling materials. And I'm so concerned he's going to put something into someone's mouth without their consent and kill them. That's my worry. So that's why I killed him. So now it's between... This one's living because Fate put a note on here about making them live. So they're living. So it's between these 2. And I am thinking, let the younger one live. But some would argue they've put themselves into a risky profession. So they kind of know what they're getting into when they take the profession of a stunt person. But I don't know. Because I don't know if I wholeheartedly agree with that. But the chef's just being a chef. He's not doing anything. So it's kind of like, do we go for the older one should pass away? Or do we go for the fact that the younger one has taken a very risky job in life? And so it's a risk that they know they're taking in life. Because it can go either way, can't it? This is hard. This is difficult. I don't want to coin flip it. The dude already lost his hair, have mercy. You think this one will keep on showing up on my desk? Potentially. Yeah, I feel like he might be onto something there. They're just so young, but they are taking a risky job, aren't they? That's what the coins are for. I spent them all. I spent my coins. The stuntman has to go. Do you think so? Yeah, I do kind of see where you're coming from. Okay, so we're gonna get. Okay, the stuntman's gonna go because I do appreciate the logic of they've taken a very risky job. So that should be. So we've got the cheetah, the stuntman, and the weird experiment dentist that are passing away. Okay. So that was harder because so few of them were doing anything that was like seemingly untoward. Right, let's go up to the office. That's why we need to talk these things out, guys. We're going to do a group decision.
Grim, there you are. Let us be quick. All the profiles are here, just as requested.
And I kept the gamer
Excellent
alive
work.
just as you asked, even though they were nearly 80 years old.
You even adhered to my little test
I
note.
did.
I commend you for exhibiting vigilance.
I did.
I am beginning to sense a tinge of pride growing within me. I did not expect you to turn out such a good and dedicated
I'm a
worker.
hard worker, boss. I try my bestest.
If you keep
Do I
this
get a pay
up,
rise
you
now?
will get
Extra holiday
far.
days? Promotion?
Maybe even promoted.
Actually, no, I
to
don't want a promotion, just a pay rise. I don't want more
middle
responsibilities.
management position. Imagine
No.
the
I don't want middle management. I've done management before. I'm over it. I don't want the extra responsibilities. I'm alright. Meow meow.
Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Bye. Right, remember what I said. I'm not interested in a promotion. I just want a pay rise. End the day. And then we will go back down. Dozens of jobs lost after a catastrophic cargo mismanagement. Oh. These two had no idea they were married to the same person until the funeral dispute. Oh no! Master Chef to start a new competitive cooking show entitled The Inquisitive Eats. This is what I was worried about! This is why I wanted to get rid of the dentist. Local dentist accidentally poisoned himself when testing new experimental tooth filling. They would have killed a patient. I'm glad. I had an inkling that dentist was going to stick things into people's mouths. And they were going to do it, and they killed themselves with it instead. I knew they were a weird dentist. I knew you were a weird dentist. Silver Fox's team pwned young noobs. Well, rarely, but it's fun to see the elderly in action. Stunt goes wrong. Okay. You can't trust them. They're doing weird science experiments. Good, you are paying attention after all. We cannot allow workers to doze off or become complacent, else mistakes may sneak into the workflow pipeline. 2 humans have to die. Spare any humans with a science background. Okay. Any humans with a science background. So let's find those to start with, because they need to be spared. Historian, curator, systems analyst. Right, so astronomist is a science background, isn't it? So we should spare them because they have a science background. So Kenzo and Miura. Kenzo is deeply intrigued by the universe and its mysteries, but doesn't enjoy leaving their hometown. They would never consider boarding a spaceship, but they love to look at the universe from the comfort of their own home. Having witnessed quite a few UFOs, they're slightly worried about the universe visiting us. They have a science background though, don't they? So we're going to have to spare them. Where's my notes gone? Hey there, Crimson, how are you doing? Yeah, science background, so we've got to spare this one. Oh, it's always 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this toothpaste, isn't it? How are you doing though? Right, so they're living. Is anyone else a scientist? On the verge of finishing a proposal for its delivery system infrastructure based on low-cost drones. It would use cutting-edge drones to safely and effectively transport food from stores and restaurants to people. They got the idea while looking at a stress delivery person. Is that a science background? lives and breathes statistics. They work as a statistical consultant at several companies and give lectures at universities. Every time they get drunk, they start ranting about the misuse of p-values. These two don't count as science backgrounds, do they? A diplomat. A former teacher of special education turned their attention towards diplomacy after the conflict in Kilan a decade ago. Since then, they've demonstrated themselves a peerless orator. Diplomacy is easier than taking care of kids. Engineering? Yes, and not science, right? So we've got a few different options here then. And how many need to die? 2 need to die. Historian. When still in their early 20s, Glory harboured some edgy and extreme views on society and the world in general, up until the point they grew up and calmed down, readjusting their innate interest on societal issues to gain greater knowledge of history and the myriad of structures that affect our lives. Okay. They potentially seem harmless. Modern art, is there anything more exciting and confusing at the same time? Sometimes it feels as if the artists are deliberately crafting outrageous works to attract people into galleries, to badmouth these pieces. So it seems to Beverly. Yet they have an amazing eye for curating. Okay, they're pretty innocent. Maths is also a science, that's what I was thinking. So would they count as a science, like a science person? Shall we spare them to play it safe? We'll spare them to play it safe. For system analyst, would you count this as science? Once again, should I just spare them to play it safe? Because I'm concerned they're going to do weird stuff with drones. Pop that one down for a second. So I need to have 2 die. Spare any human with a science background, so it needs to be any of them. Is it bad? I'm kind of worried about this historian. I'm kind of worried they might start doing some weird stuff. We need to spare the ones. Yeah, spare the ones with the science background. That's true. They're going to put people out of jobs. That's true. Yeah, history and art are definitely not sciences. I agree. Is a system analyst science, though? I feel like it's not. And you are right. They're going to get people out of their jobs, aren't they? What's an orator? I'm going to have to Google that one. What does that even mean? Orator. Orator. Public speaker. Ah, okay, so they're a public speaker. They're just a talker. Okay, so you got a talker. But they're doing diplomacy. The thing is, it depends what their stance is, right? It's not a science, no. But I'm more thinking about, do they die or do they live? Because they turned their attention to diplomacy after a conflict. But are they against the conflict or for the conflict? It doesn't specify. I'm going to say a system analyst isn't a science background, and I am concerned about them making people lose jobs. So I might put them down as a die. The historian gives me a weird vibe as well, so these are my 2 dies at the moment. I think the curator is harmless, so I'm going to put live on the curator, because they are literally the least concerning. It doesn't seem like a science background. I didn't think so. So they're living. The other scientist is also living. These are our last 3. One of these guys definitely need to die. I'm in between all of them. They all give me concerning vibes in different ways. So because Glory had some extreme views on society, it says they've grown up and calmed down, but they're still trying to gain knowledge on the structures that affect our lives, which can be a good thing. It's good to know how these things work. But if they've had previously extreme views, could those views then be reignited by this research, and it could cause them to do something drastic and harm people? Then, on the other hand, we've also got the system analyst. People could lose their jobs, people who are doing like delivery driving. And in the diplomat, it depends if they're talking for or against war. But 2 out of these people need to die. And I'm kind of concerned about how they make the diplomat die, because depending on how it happens, they could claim it's an assassination and that could in turn trigger a war. So maybe we should leave the diplomat alone from that standpoint, because if they get killed, rather than dying from like a heart attack, they could turn around and say, this government assassinated this diplomat, and that's how World War I started. Like the Franz Ferdinand got killed, didn't he? And then it just made everyone have wars with each other. So based on that, I'm keeping the diplomat alive, because it could trigger World War III. It's happened before. A diplomat getting killed can cause a spiral, so they're going to stay alive. And that means you're going to die, so the delivery drivers can keep their jobs. And you just concern me, Glory, I'm going to be honest with you, so you're going to die too. And I know that seems extreme, but I'm so concerned about the potential of a world war if a diplomat gets shot or poisoned or something. Because it's happened. We don't need to cause that. Imagine the paperwork. So I think we're going to go for this. I think that's what we're going to go for. And hopefully we've got that right. History lessons. A guy killed a guy, and then everyone was like, because they had weird allegiances with each other, they all just started having wars with each other. And that's basically how it happened. Is the bar open? I want to go into the bar so bad. Right, let's go and talk to Fate. Have I got this right?
What a day, Grim. What a day. Let us go over your conduct first. Good. I see the correct amount of profiles. Today seems to be in order.
Good stuff.
Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices?
I didn't like it at first, but I've grown to enjoy it. Meh, a job like any other. Honestly, I feel like I'm not killing enough people. I crave more. Fate, I crave violence. I still feel awful about every choice. Every moment is a living hell. I hate this job. Meh, a job like any other. It's got to be done.
Though, I can almost imagine what a normal, basic, dreadful, everyday job would feel like. But think of the humans.
Think of the humans.
Do you think our office is the appropriate way to deal with them?
I'm not sure.
The question
it's a
is too
dilemma.
difficult. After all,
there's arguments
you have not
for and
even lived
against,
a week.
and even if you have like
You have not seen
a
what the
regulation for
tradition has
anything,
wrought.
there's got to be a cut-off point for it, but there's going to be people who disagree with that cut-off point because some will be screwed over because they're towing the line of that cut-off point. There's no winning. There is no winning.
This control over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans. Do you not consider it unethical to make the choices you made?
Do I consider it unethical? But you hand out the rules and make me do the choices. Valid response. Can't worry too much if this is what has to be done. I'm not happy about the situation, no. I mean, depending on what you believe in when it comes to death. Some people might believe there is a level of choice involved, so, you know. But they do hand me the rules.
True enough.
So I'm going to say that
one.
one.
Must be in charge. The others are there to follow.
One must be in charge. The others are there to follow. Oh, pish
The
posh.
office is perennial and venerated. Eons we have spent designing the appropriate methods and strategies. We know what we are doing.
Okay.
Oh, I do apologize for taking up so much of your time. Before you go, are there any questions you would like to ask me?
Oh. I haven't seen any underage profiles. That's true. Oh, if they start involving children, that's going to be a whole other kettle of fish, isn't it? What's the basis for the profiles? Is there a point system? Why do all of the profiles refer to people as they? Because you can't assume these things. If in doubt, go for they. Not really. Oh, do I want to rock that boat? You so know a frickin' 5-year-old's going to appear in one of these, isn't it? Go on then.
Ah, the children. They are a special case, for a different set of departments to deal with. You will not find any yourself.
Okay, good. I'm reassured. I was so sure we were going to go tomorrow and they were going to just slap like a 5-year-old on our desk and be like, "You've got to kill a child today." And I'm like, no, I can't do that. That's like, as much as you can debate things about adults, when it comes to children, you instantly just think, no, they're a child. Do you know what I mean? There are many offices or departments.
Countless.
Oh, countless. How many Reapers are out there?
Infinite.
But I'm only number 41. Wow.
Exactly.
Oh, exactly.
Anything else?
What about animals? Do they get a department? What's the basis for the profiles? Is there a point system? What about animals?
Absolutely. All living beings have to be processed after the end. No escape.
You know, this kind of makes me think of my job in a weird way. So I've said before, I work in like an admin office job, bare bones basic stuff. But obviously, when you're dealing with people's information, you do then need to deal with people who have passed away. And I deal with that in my job as well. Obviously not to the extent of like all the information and like what's doing in this, but there is like a process that you go through after someone passes away. So the way they've called it, like they need to be processed, just made me think of my job for a second, or a part of my job at any rate. Interesting to think about.
Even plants. Yes, there is a department for plants.
Oh, there's a department for plants.
Do not ask about the plant department.
I did not ask about the plant department. I should have.
Anything else?
Unliving things.
Technically, kind of, I guess. Ruins are like a type of dead. But then again, they often feel so alive.
Ruins do feel alive. I do agree.
I must ponder. This topic is a bit too abstract for now. Let us table it.
Sorry, Snow, was that a bit too TMI? Sorry about that. I couldn't help but think of it. A few of your plants have gone through that department. Honestly, same. Honestly, same.
Anything else?
What's the basis for the profiles? Is there a point system?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all?
In all and in none, yes.
Is it predetermined? What about free will?
Humans have some free will, sure. They can make a variety of choices. Yet what matters is that they cannot escape the inevitable.
They cannot escape the inevitable, very true.
The life-threatening situations that bring them onto your desk, a result of their own deeds and decisions.
Also true. I mean, you're not wrong. Unless someone's
Then
like a
there are
victim of
some
something,
highly
then it's a bit
complex
different.
Calculations, factors and aspects that influence the situation. But that is just a bit over your pay grade, so do not worry about it.
It's a bit over my pay grade. I told someone that the other day. I said to someone at work the other day, that's above my pay grade. Oh my
Anything
goodness.
else?
Go on then. I think I know the answer to this one, but why do you have the people as they?
An astute observation. You see, Grim, our office does not operate on information about biological backgrounds or genetic composition.
So no gender information, no ethnic data?
Minimal.
Minimal.
Everyone you assess is simply human.
It's true. Simply
After
human
all.
at the end of the day.
Excluding any monumental error in normal procedure.
Valid, valid.
The bottom line is that the humans end up on your desk and that you must follow the rules.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's all I can think of.
Right.
They're using
It has
AI
been
to take decisions. Oh, I hope not.
enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
Night night. I have one last question. Can I cuddle your cat? Is that allowed? I want to go in this pub so bad. Right, let's go into here.
Have ye seen such deals before? 'Tis ye who plunders me.
So we've got Boo the gerbil. A sleek pair of stylish modern glasses. Ooh.
We don't really plunder educational organizations, eh? Ye can't rob the ideas hiding inside the brain. Well, usually.
Okay, can I buy the
Where did
toy?
I get these fancy scholarly glasses, ye
I didn't
ask?
ask. I want the toy.
Once, they belonged to a royal merchant whose caravan I held at gunpoint.
I want the toy.
So he made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Good for you, Mortimer. I
Tis
want the
be
toy.
A powerful artifact, turning
Mortimer!
one into a formidable business powerhouse. How'd ye think I got a hold of this shop?
I want the toy.
Lord blimey, how did this wee monster even get here? 'Tis not really all that valuable plunder.
Well, I want it anyway.
Found the tiny fellow on the riverbanks of Styx itself. A lifeless, adorable thing.
It's very cute. That's why
Can't
I want
imagine
it.
it being useful for anything.
It can keep me
It
company.
sure makes delightful squeaks when ye stroke it.
It can talk to me. It's all good. Right. So, can I put on the glasses now? Oh, there's something in there waiting for me.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
That's exactly the question, ain't it?
Ain't it? What are you?
We are the exalted Chimera.
Chimera?
Envied by all the blind, arrogant fools. We are Angst ex nihilo. We are nothing. A despicable failure.
A despicable failure.
We are Elan Vital, the guide who won't lead astray. If only you learn to listen. We are deaf. How does it feel?
What does what feel? I don't understand. Feels fine. I don't have time for whatever this is. Feels fine.
Not a cloud in the sky. Have you forgotten what happened? Be seeing you, Reaver. It's a grim world out there.
Oh, they said the line. So, I don't know what that was about. Oh! I was not expecting a person head. That caught me very much off guard. I'm not ready for the person head. I apologise. We're keeping like this. I was not expecting to be fleshy. That caught me so off guard. Right, let me go to bed. Okay. It was a jump scare. I was not expecting that at all. A man claims to have saved the Earth from aliens. Draft of a 1,000-page historical analysis of Cosmopolis City to be published posthumously. An uncompromising artistic vision now open at the museum. Cheap safe drones turn out not to actually be very safe. Kill technician during test flight. So it's good that we didn't unleash the drones because they would have killed people. Tensions cooling as diplomacy brings warring parties to negotiating table. So it's good we kept a diplomat, even just because of that, so there could be the end of a war. One small town prodigy moves to the city. We say reach for the stars. Scientists very close to figuring out how to counter a dangerous pathogen. Okay, so the person who liked space finally managed to move to the city so they can start their career. We've potentially managed to end a war, and we've prevented killer drones. Good stuff. Ooh, this is a lot of rules. I would seem to be on the precipice of dark times. I may have warned you that this job can have some harsh moments. Today is that day. So 6 humans have to die. At least 2 humans aged 35 or younger. Any humans with a medical background have to die. Right. So, medical background. You've got a medical background. You've technically got a medical background. I think these are the only two with medical backgrounds, and they both have to die. So we've got, for the past 15 years, Ye has spent every day working in a windowless concrete bunker, testing various vaccines in order to eradicate some of the deadliest diseases in the world. Okay, we've got to kill them though, because that's what the instructions said. Okay, it says any humans with a medical background have to die. So they need to die, unfortunately. And then this one, a veterinarian, Annie had a special connection with animals from a very young age, occasionally even preferring their company over humans. Although they only have worked as a vet for a few years, they're already considered a legend and nicknamed the Mouse Whisperer. Now, a vet is still a medical background, so I think they need to die based off the instructions. So we'll do that. These two need to die. One of them is aged 35 or younger as well, so we need to do one more person who's 35 and younger, and 4 more people in general. Right. White collar criminal, queen, and then we've got an email scammer. So, growing up, Abu showed great promise in being a talented artist. At one point, they shifted their efforts towards forgeries of different types, from painting to money, which are their highly skilled. So they do forgeries, they do like fake money. So I'm going to put them there. Then we've got a queen. What a trio! Queen of the small nation of Walmart is one of the last monarchs in the world, even though the people consider the queen more of a delightful curiosity. They have a deep sense of religious and civic duty and take their coronation oath seriously. And then we've got an email scammer. Rico has built a fully automated spam bot, sending thousands of emails a day, offering people riches beyond their wildest dreams, only if they share their credit card information first. It's a numbers game, so they succeed from time to time. Right, so these are my two. These are 2 at the moment that I'm considering offing, and also they're both 35 and under, so it would beat that criteria. So what else have we got? Debating the Queen. Annabelle has devoted themselves to becoming either an astrophysicist or an astronaut. The two things are somewhat related. They also enjoy painting, mostly nudes, computer programming and volleyball. So they seem pretty innocent to me, so I'm going to leave them there. Riona can identify just about every wine taste profile. They're so prolific, they can even make up what they don't know. Lately, they've been trying out increasingly more obscure wines. They also like doing tasting exercises with their children. Oh, okay, using sodas. They don't endorse alcohol abuse. I was about to say! Okay, taste tests with sodas is fine. That's alright. Hey there, Alex, how are you doing? And then we've got... There's nothing Armin likes to do more than gossip. Working as a hairdresser provides ample opportunity for this hobby. Due to memory issues, Armin can occasionally start gossiping about the client they're currently in the process of working on. Ooh. What characters with the name Parker do you know? I just think of Peter Parker. Right, now, these two are causing the most damage to people. So I think these two should probably be added to the die list, right? Because this one's forging money. And this one is trying to scam people. And it's mostly going to be old people that fall frick. They're vulnerable. So I'm going to get rid of this one as well. That meets our criteria for at least 2 under 35. But now we need to find 2 more people between these 4. Now, the student seems so harmless and they're also the youngest. So I'm thinking, let the student live. They're only 20. They're just a student. They want to become an astronaut. Their hobbies are quite innocent. So I think we're going to let them live. So we're going to pop that in the pile. And now we need to decide. So we've got... How many are dying right now? 4. We need 2 people from this pile to die. because I think it's 6 people, a total of 6 people, so 2 people from this pile. There's Dawn in Pokemon. I know that Dawn. He does look like an old-timey villain. So, we have got a queen. Well, they have had a very long life. So, potentially that could be a choice based off that. And then we've got a wine taster. And a hairdresser. Now, Cynthia from Pokemon again. The hairdresser does start gossiping to people they shouldn't be gossiping to. However, they can't help it. They got memory issues, so it's not done through malicious intent. So, on the wall. Now, the wine taster, they threw me off because they were doing tasting exercises with their children, but it was with craft soda, so it's not with alcohol. So that's fine. I was concerned for a second. However, they've been trying increasingly more obscure wines that could end up going bad for them. And then we've got the Queen. They have a deep sense of religious and civic duty. They take their coronation oath seriously. Now, it depends what was in their coronation oath. Because coronation oaths can be very outdated in general. I'm kind of leaning towards... the problem is with the Queen. If the Queen was to pass away, could it cause a bit of a bit of a revolt? Though, to be honest, like I said, they are the oldest. They are the oldest. This is difficult. Like, I feel like Armin's like super dead innocent, right? Like, they got memory issues. It's not their fault. They're just nattering away. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of concerned, even though the wine tester does not endorse alcohol abuse, I feel like they're kind of like... On one hand, it's a bit of fun, right? Being like, oh, let's taste the fizzy drinks, you know. But on the other hand, are they trying to mould their children into wine tasters as well? Are they kind of forcing a career path onto their children? If they are, I don't agree with that. So off that back, I feel like maybe Riona? You think Riona should die? What's your reasoning, Jack? There's no wrong answers, I'm just curious. Because I'm leaning towards Riona just because it sounds like they're kind of forcing their children in a certain direction. Because wine tasting's like a real thing, right? It's a real job, it's a real profession. It's just that last bit I'm a bit like, I'm not sure. I'm on the fence about that because it could be harmless, it could be like malicious, it could be harmless but doing harm, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of like caveats with that. But I'm currently thinking the Queen and Riona, because something about the hairdresser man, he's just endearing. You think having a mum would still be better than not? No, that's the thing, right? It's difficult when they start mentioning kids. Having alcohol mixed with kids is worrying. Well, they're only a wine taster. And from what I understand of wine tasting, you don't normally consume the alcohol, you spit it out. I have heard of Adidas, yes. So as much as I know about wine tasting, you quite often don't consume the alcohol, it's just the taste. You kind of like drink it, kind of like go, like, you get like a weird bubbly thing in your mouth, and then you spit it out. Like I say, my main concern is, are they forcing the idea of it onto their kids? But they also have kids. I'm a bit concerned about the Queen, and they have lived the longest. So I think the Queen should probably go. They're the oldest, they've had a long life, they've lived like a life of luxury most likely because they've been a monarch. So they take their job seriously, which is great, but they are the oldest. So I find that to be an easier decision. Who are we murdering? We're trying to decide all this. We need to choose 2 people out of this pile. There's just something about Armin, he's very endearing. Just the idea of like going to the hairdressers and then they turn around and start being like, oh, did you hear what that tofu was going on about? And I'm just there like, I am tofu, Armin. But at the same time, that could cause a lot of damage to people. It could cause a lot of harm. GDPR? Am I leaking what personal information? That's true, GDPR for Armin as well. The queens live the longest, so I always find choosing the one who has lived the longest is an easy choice. So I'm going to say they need to pass away. Now it's between Riona and Armin. I have more of a bad feeling about Riona. A wine taster, Orbis. But Armin could get himself in trouble by spilling around the gossip, right? He does need a top hat, he does. Can I draw one on? I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Wait. Hat. Colour it in. And then give him a monocle. Oh, that's a bad monocle. The idea is there. Oh ho ho! Isn't a wine taster like actually a scam? I've got no idea. Most blind studies wine tasters get everything wrong. It does say about like they can even make up what they don't know. It does say that on here. It's a very chunky marker. Look how thick this marker is. It's very hard to draw with this thing. Shall I draw a crown on the queen's head? There you go. There you go, queen. And then we'll do a wine glass over here. Yum! Yum! I didn't know that, Alex, but like I said last time, I know that most things in the world are kind of owned by like big megacorps, so I'm not surprised to hear it. I am in between Riona and Armin, but one of you guys have already said Riona, like Jack did, so I wonder, do we just go for Riona? Or is it Riona? It could be Riona. Because something about Armin just seems so innocent, but he could also talk to the wrong person and cause a big problem. Do you know what I mean? I could flip a coin. Let me flip a coin. Right, so. Heads is Armin. Tails is Riona, okay? Heads. Armin it is. Okay, Armin is going. Armin is going. I did a coin flip. Fiat owns Ferrari? I didn't know Fiat owned Ferrari. That's interesting. Right, that's the first time we've had to use a coin flip. Hopefully I've done all of that right. Okay, let's see. Let's go and talk to Fate and see if we did a good job.
Ah, Grim. It looks to be a rough day out there. New recruits often falter during dark times.
There's a few investors. That seems to be the case of a lot of big companies,
Yet
isn't it?
you seem to have performed adequately. How do you feel after such a day?
It's the same as like when you go makeup shopping. Like you're trying to like avoid certain brands, but the problem is most of the brands are just owned by the same company anyway. It's impossible. I was built for dark times. There was a lot to do, but I worked it all out. I did what I had to. Doesn't mean I liked it. I think that one's the case.
You and I are on the same page. We all do what is necessary.
Necessary.
Even if it makes us suffer.
Oh, glasses are dreadful. Yeah, they're all owned by one company, aren't they? That's why they're so expensive, because they all just they own all of the glasses. It's so cheeky, it really is.
Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened?
You don't know what happened. You're in charge after all. Some sort of medical calamity, like an epidemic. You're in charge after all.
Yes, I am. And yes, I do. Yet what use is a reaper who cannot discern the situation from the details in front of them?
Oh, are you jabbing at me?
Your answer would intrigue me, yes?
Go on then.
Interesting. An insightful streak may yet rattle inside that skull of yours. Off you go now, Grim. Good night.
Night-night. I will snuggle that cat one day. One day, Fate. Just you wait. So... So Orbis, I'll show you on the next day. Let me go to bed. So we are given a list of instructions, so we need to fall within certain guidelines, but beyond that we then need to make the decisions in those guidelines. What I've been trying to do is choose people who would impact the most people if they were to die, and choose those ones to live. Or if someone's like seeming really shady, choose those ones to die in the hopes that they will cause less harm to people and stuff like that. But sometimes they all just seem innocent and you've just got to make a decision. It's difficult. Like, so you see here I've got my instructions for the day. So we've got quota for the day. 2 humans have to die. And spare humans who seem helpful against the troubles. So that's our things for today. And these are all the stuff that happened off the back of those that we killed yesterday and let spare. Okay. So there is an epidemic. Oh no. Okay, so spare humans who seem to be helpful against the troubles. So against an epidemic. 2 humans have to die. And see if we can clean up the mess from yesterday. That might give you just the boost you need. Okay. So. What? A beekeeper and race car driver. Then we've got a student. A corrupt CEO. Well, corrupt CEO. This might be an easy one. Albert is an incredible human being, as in, never in all history has there been anyone who has destroyed so many humane and social systems with their nihilism and greed. They will stop at nothing in their quest to squeeze out short-term profit. Cool. I think we're agreed. Go over there, buddy. Okay. So, who will be helpful in the troubles? So, you'll be helpful in the troubles. So, I'm going to spare you. Florian's work focuses on bloodstain pattern analysis, but they also lead a parallel life as a vigilante serial killer, hunting down murderers who have escaped the justice system. This diversified portfolio keeps them busy, but they're a medical examiner, so I've got to spare them because of this. Oh my goodness. Right, I might need to spare them even though they're a serial killer. Miguel has always dreamt of becoming a beekeeper, but for some reason, perhaps due to a fear of sharp objects, has never pursued their true passion. This in turn has led them to becoming a very successful race car driver, an occupation they unfortunately hate. They'd rather just live quietly with their bees. Okay, interesting. Isn't that so right, Crusader? They told us to kill all the medical people, and now we need to spare the medical people. Joanna is doing okay in school, and they've even gained a couple of good friends, one of whom they have a crush on. Their parents are about to leave town, which means they're about to throw a huge party. Okay. Scam artist. A liar and a grifter, is it Francois? Is an ex-politician who has spent many years writing books of ignorant nonsense. These words and actions cause veritable butterfly effect of misery on a global scale, which they now profit off. Well, that's an easy choice. But I guess everyone else has to live then, because I've chosen my 2 humans to die. Who are these other ones then? Zuma. Benoit built a website to lure people who like to gamble but don't want to leave the house to do so. All the games are rigged, of course, and highly addictive. They have games designed to appeal to people of all ages and social backgrounds, even kids. But it says 2 humans have to die, so can I kill more than 2? See, the bee guy is fairly harmless. I'm gonna let the bee guy live. He just wants his bees. Can you kill free? Exactly. You know, have your party, my dude. Have your party. I hope you managed to get the girl you want. Let's give you a party hat ready for your party. Hop. There's your party hat. Enjoy your party. And we'll give this guy a B. Wait a second. B. Ah. I for the B. Wing for the B. Stripes for the B. And a stinger for the B. Biz. There you go. And then we got medical examiner. They need to live. Even though they're also a serial killer. Now, as horrible as it is, who's the worst out of these three, right? Probably those two, the corrupt CEO and the scam artist. So as much as I don't like this guy, I think we made the right decision on who's dying this time around. So I'm going to send these ones off. I don't know if I can kill three is the problem. It didn't say at least 2 people, it said 2 people. So I feel like if I kill the extra one, it will go against the rules. But I'm not too sure.
Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near.
Because sometimes it says
How
at
do you
least.
think you have been doing?
Isn't the quota a minimum? I don't know, because sometimes it says at least 2 people or at least blah 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 people. And sometimes it just says 2 people. So I'm like, if it says 2 people specifically, does that mean rigidly 2 people? Because they do use the wording at least sometimes. Crushing it, Dismal. I think I've managed to follow the rules.
Yes. Your answer has been recorded for the psych eval.
That's true,
Now
Orbis.
then,
That's true.
Before
That's
the
true.
assessment,
We could try
let us
it,
look
can't
over
we?
your daily conduct.
My daily
I
conduct.
see the required profiles are all here. Excellent. This bodes well for the evaluation. I guess it is time to get started.
I wanted to ask about
Yes.
today.
What about today?
Yesterday went really bad. What about today?
Today? Oh, everything seems to be getting better as we speak.
Okay.
Do not worry about it. Fixing the world is a slow process.
Yeah, it is.
So, keep at it. As long as you follow the rules, it will all get better.
It'll all get better.
Now, where did I put those papers? Ah, here we go. Right. Looking at these stats, the numbers say...
The numbers say...
Your conduct over the 7 days has
Yay!
been most excellent. I am, sincerely, surprised and pleased by your display of loyalty.
I did a good job!
So much so that the office has deemed you fit for a raise.
I get a raise! Even more money? Yes!
We do what we can to provide for our
Yes!
spawns.
More plushie money. Yes!
The raise also comes with a prize. The office is proud to present you with an award of excellence.
Ooh.
Display it proudly on your workstation.
Okay. I'm wearing my compression gloves. That sounded so rubbish. Because of the material.
Do not let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to follow. Silly Grim. This was an evaluation
No!
period for a reason. Things will only get more severe.
Were they claps or clicks? I'm wearing gloves. It makes my clap sound funny.
As such, your 7-day evaluation period has concluded. You have passed. That is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
I did it! Okay. So can I go to the pub? Oh, I can go to the pub! Okay. Oh. Barkeep, when did you get this plant?
Hey now,
Time for a
Sonny,
pint.
We don't belong to nobody.
Oh. Hang on, are you from the plant department?
Who told you about the plant department?
Am I not supposed to know about the plant department?
No one is supposed to know about the plant department.
Oh.
Forget what you heard, Sonny. No such thing anywhere.
I don't believe
Not gonna
you.
lose any sleep over that, Sonny.
Oh, come on, you can tell me.
Ain't nothing to tell.
Really?
We deny everything.
Oh, come on.
Stop bothering an old plan, why don't you?
Don't be such a
Don't
killjoy.
poke your nose where it don't belong.
Seriously, you can trust me.
Can we really?
I can keep a secret. You have to tell
You're
me.
not gonna leave us alone otherwise?
Nope.
Ugh. Sonny, it's just a regular department. Not even that big. But it's very busy.
Why is it
What do
busy?
you think? It's a department for managing plant life.
There are a lot of plants.
There are a lot of plants.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of plants.
More than humans. Plants everywhere.
Why didn't you say so to begin with?
We're real tired of folks asking about the plant department. Is why we visit the den on Sundays. Lowers the chance of bothersome busybodies with annoying questions.
But I wanted a pint.
Who even gave you the idea the department is anything interesting?
Doesn't a mystery act just make you more compelling to people?
Might be. Can't help it though. There's theater in my xylem.
There's what in your what? Hey there, Step. How are you doing? Everyone's daily reminder that you're all loved and I hope you have an amazing night. You too! Right back at you. Thank you for such a lovely message. I do hope you're well. Plants are great. They saved us from zombies. Plants do a lot of stuff. Microbial life department.
Anything else? Seeing as we're now deep in the soil of inquiry.
No, I'll see
Not
myself
in this
off.
lifetime, Sonny.
And then we got Gus. Oh, we got a Grim Day. Look back here. You got Grim Day. You got Crow Patrol. That's funny. Hey there, Connor. How you doing? So we got Gus. Ooh, the air is eerily cold, as if frozen in place. Too scared to move an inch. Hi.
What do you want?
I'm new Grim number 41. What's up?
A fresh-faced lemon head. Exactly what I wanted to see today.
American Idiot was a good album. It was.
Hey now, Gus. Play nice.
Play nice, Gus.
Well, seems I'm stuck with you now.
Yep.
You want to ask questions or something?
You can't get rid of me that easily. What do you do here? What can you tell me about the barkeep? Who were you before? What do you do
I'm
here?
the janitor. I clean up the damn mess.
Connor. It's never been there. It didn't just disappear one day. It would have been very funny if I did that though. Had the sleeve the entire time and one day just got rid of it and said nothing. That would have been really funny. You're a janitor. What mess?
Ever looked in the mirror or thought about the clientele of this place? Where do you think the drink goes? None of you have a stomach.
Very
Anything
true.
You consume falls through the rib cage straight to the floor.
It's going to soak into my suit. I was wondering why the floor was so sticky.
Pretty gross, right? A gift to the world from all you pompous readers.
Orbis, I've said many times that I am a budget VTuber. I ran out of budget, so I had to drop a sleeve down. I had to sacrifice the sleeve for the budget. That's true. Add it one day and see if anyone notices. That would be so funny.
Or could be at least a little more considerate.
Thank you for the shower. I appreciate you.
Gee, thanks.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
Something else you wanted?
How do you clean things anyway?
Simple. I float around and I possess stuff and make the stuff float into the trash bin.
Oh.
Like dust, for example. One dust particle
Oh
at
my
a time.
goodness.
Or the
One
trace.
particle at a
One
time.
droplet at a time.
Isn't that really tedious?
Maybe a bit tedious, yeah.
A little bit tedious.
As if the highest management ever gave any thought to us lowly drones. We're all nameless custodians and spawns to them, literally.
I'll make a name for myself.
Don't forget us poor labourers when you're climbing the corporate ladder. Something else you wanted?
Who were you before?
What's that supposed to mean?
You know, what human were you?
Why does everyone think ghosts are dead humans?
I mean, you look like a human. I don't know, prejudiced? I mean, you're so human-like.
Maybe folks should get over this common misconception. No, ghosts aren't mere residue, a relic of humans, animals, or whatever other entities. We're just ghosts. We're beings unto ourselves.
Did I add the marching band chains to match with Kaiko? She's got them on her OG too. No, that's not why I added them. My design is very much based on like J-pop idol outfits, and a lot of J-pop idol outfits lean into kind of military-esque style, in a cute way, obviously, combined with the asymmetry and like the bows and the frills. So it's very much like a J-pop inspired look. That's why the chains are there. Plus it just prevents it being a blank space. It just fills up the space, doesn't it? Trust me, bro. Hey there, Charlie. How you doing?
I am the ghost of a ghost.
Hang on. You were a ghost and then you died?
Yeah, pretty much.
How does that mean?
How do you think?
Me?
I
What?
ghosted around a long while, doing my ghost business, and then one day, I died.
So is there an afterlife?
I know what you're thinking now, and yeah, there is a ghost apartment. Northeasterly direction down on floor 1.
There's a ghost apartment.
Not
So the
too busy
ghosts
over at
die.
Ghost Hall, though. Ghosts don't die that often. Comes with the territory. Something else you wanted?
Nah, we're good.
Yeah, I gotta get back to work anyway.
It just matched quite well. Unintentional, I never even thought of that before. Kind of funny though, isn't it, in retrospect? So then we've got the barkeep.
Whoa. Hello there.
Hello.
I'm Sari, and I welcome you to Cerberus's Den, the finest establishment this side of the void. Sure as heck haven't seen you before. You must be brand new.
I am new.
You know, bow ties are very classy. They'll never go out of style. Probably.
They noticed my bow tie.
So, how are you liking existence thus far?
Lots of tedious
Oh,
paperwork.
don't I know it? Administrative bureaucracy just can't be escaped.
It cannot.
They'll always find you. Eventually.
My Friday's going alright, Charlie. I hope yours is going good. I hope you're doing well. Bow ties are cool.
But hey, that's why you figure out the small cracks in the system you can manipulate. Okay, newbie, before we continue, I got this little game I play with every fresh-faced patron. It's real simple.
Okay.
All you gotta do is answer a series of questions, and I'll craft a personalized drink inspired by what you said. It's like a quiz.
I love quizzes.
Right, the gist. I'll describe some sort of an odd situation, and you answer how you'd react. I usually do 4 questions, and nothing else to it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Question number
Prepare
1.
for question number 1. On a stroll around the local forest, you happen upon an unfamiliar animal. Their leg is trapped in a devious trap and is bleeding profusely.
Is she going to save all of my cookies and sell them to people?
The beast will likely not survive for long. How will you react?
Berate the animal for being dumb and getting trapped. Don't interfere with the natural order of things. Draw your scythe and swiftly slay the beast. You can't help it. Oh. Right, if you... Yeah, I was going to say, if you can't help it, let it get out of its pain quicker. Kill? Now I'm just thinking it would end its pain quicker. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Time for question number 2.
Rather than just letting it bleed out there, do you know what I mean?
After being tasked with creating a computer game about dating monstrous eldritch gods, you've come up with several characters. Which of the possible god beings is clearly the hottest and most dateable of the lot?
Okay. Mostly abs, but with a gorgeous blonde mane. Agahot, the blind idiot god. At least they're funny. A grotesque tree with a warm heart. One arm, eternal flexing. Ethereal beauty if a bit translucent. Half wolf, half ram, half tank. You want to go for the furry? Oh no, Eamon, imagine that. You just rocking up and just be like to them. That was really dumb of you. Good luck with that. I ain't helping. Have I asked how you're doing, by the way? I hope you're doing good, Eamon. Wolf ram. You want to go for the more of a statement, I see. What do they mean by half tank? I'm kind of thinking Nameless Misty. A grotesque tree of a warm heart. Tank from Left 4 Dead. How can you be half of 3 different things as well? How does that work? You know, solely for the maths, not mathing, I'm not going to choose Wolfram. You're doing okay though, I'm glad to hear it. Because how can you be half of 3 different things? That makes no sense. No sense. Wolfram with tank tracks. Maybe. Nameless Misty, that's what I was thinking. Giant cannon on its chest.
Next up, question 3. Almost. You and a friend are valiant but poor warriors.
Okay.
Venture out to slay a mighty dragon. It's a fierce battle.
Okay. I like Misty.
At the end, your friend thinks he slew the dragon, while in actuality, you did. When asked, what will you do?
Okay. If I just rid myself of the friend, there'll be no questions. Why should anyone else get my golden glory? Surely the reward can be shared by all.
Right, final stretch. As I said, 4 is all anyone ever needs, right? Before you lies a table teeming with plants. You have to eat one of the plants. Your very life depends on it.
Okay. Well, you mean Misty from Pokemon? She wasn't the most chill, was she?
What kind of plant would you prefer to eat?
Oh. The corpse flower, an apple, cactus, mushrooms, all of them. That could end very badly. A rose, and I don't even know what this one is. So I think just go for an apple. That would be the safe one, wouldn't it?
We got it. Let me just calculate the results. It'll take but a moment.
What drink am I going to get? Cactus are pretty good. I've never tried. Just don't eat the spines.
Leans to stability, prone to conformity. I've got the appropriate concoction in mind. Start off with a nice mixture: 4 centiliters of gin, 1 centiliter of elderflower liqueur, 1 centiliter of sugar syrup, 2 deciliters of club soda.
That sounds quite nice, actually. Unironically.
Splash in some lime juice concentrate, add several slices of well-smashed cucumber and some cubed ice.
I would say no to the cucumber, because I hate cucumber. I can't stand it. But the rest of it actually sounds pretty good. I'm pleased with this. I'm pleased with this.
The quiz tells no lie. I think a suitable name would be Borehole.
Borehole? Are you calling me a bore? I don't mind being called stable. That's good going for me, because I'm normally not. But a borehole? I beg your pudding, you should not talk about any of my holes, especially my bore one. Excuse me. How very forthcoming of you, and not in a good way.
On the house.
The drink, smooth waves rolling into the coast, then receding gradually, a constant rhythm of symmetrical alternation grinding off the edges. The taste recalls a harmonious interplay of physical forces soothing a turbulent soul, until all that's left is a polished plane of alabaster. Oh! There you go.
Heck, an understatement of the century! Now what else can I get you?
You like cucumbers. I'm not a fan. Who else works in the office?
Were I able to count and name all the folks? Likely haven't fully realized the size of this place.
I haven't.
You've got you Reapers in all the myriad departments, the Custodian Legion, the weariless data grinders of the Calculatorium, the Abysmal Archive with its archivists. Cadaver Resources, they're just plain odd, but someone's got to deal with the internal issues. Middle Management, nobody knows what they actually do.
Valid. No one knows what middle management do.
Ever. Same with Fate. Many of the regular workers come by the den though, so keep your eyes and ears open. What else you got in mind? Oh, thanks. Mortimer found the original Oinker on an excursion to the Shrouded Zones.
Oh, I was hoping I could leave a tip. Can I not?
Hassle, though. Keeps multiplying all the time. Take your eye off for a second and bam, tiny piglets everywhere.
That doesn't sound like a problem. Tiny piglets everywhere.
Go on, take one. Just make sure you feed it with some coins once in a while.
Oh, thank you. I'll be going with my piglet.
Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
I will be taking my piglet to my room and I will feed it some coins. I guess we'll head on out then, shall we? And go to bed. There's something in here. What's going on in here?
That wasn't so good, was it? It's okay. We can figure it out, make it work. Crisp and clear like the azure.
I don't understand what's
pond at
going
the
on with this
forest
cloud
glade.
situation. Yes, I can do this.
You were born for this. That's what fate keeps telling you, ain't it? It's like a surge in your spine. A faint echo of a perfect chord. It's very close, Grand Reaper. Be seeing you.
Be seeing you. Should I change my suit? I kind of like this one. Okay, we're going to change into this one. Bow ties are cool. I think everyone knows, or most of you probably know what that one's referencing. We're going to bed though. And then, new day. Yeah, look at my certificate. Okay. Massive house party leaves disaster in its wake. Anonymous attendees report it was a heckin' good party. Another Grand Tourney trophy, still hates racing. Vigilante killings on the rise. Popular political commentator dies of heart attack. Infamous CEO sells their enormous yacht directly into a beach, found impaled on a tree. A government slow to react to rise of gambling hidden. Okay. So. 3 humans have to die. Spare any humans aged between 35 and 60 if possible. Right. So you're between 35 and 60. You're between 35 and 60. Right, it's not possible if 3 need to die because only one of them's under that age. So we're going to have to choose 2 to die from this pile. Moretta is a beautiful face and a charismatic demeanour everyone sees when they enter the headquarters of Beauty Cream Limited. When not acting as an administrative greeter for the company, they illegally sell the company's untested prototypes on the black market. I don't like that instantly. You're going into the death pile. Because prototypes are potentially unsafe, right? And they're saving the prototypes, have some money, sending the prototypes out into the wild, and people could really harm themselves with them. Now the problem from here is, it says spare any humans aged between 35 and 60 if possible. We can't spare all of them, 2 of them need to die. But which 2 is it going to be? So, actually no, you're over 60, so you could go into the pile. You're over 60 as well, so in theory these 2 are living and these 2 are dying, aren't they? What are these 2 doing though? Lucian has been teaching undergrads for nearly 30 years now. They're well known for their welcoming demeanour, yet whispers travel about shady and inappropriate deeds with students. Well, they're past the barrier of 35 and 60 anyway, but you can't get frisky with your students, so you're in the dead pile. You are also in the dead pile. Get him out of here. Exactly. And then we've got part-time scholar, part-time engineer, and part-time musician who delights in building their own musical instruments out of scrap and spare parts. William escaped into the city when younger, trying to get into the acting business. After numerous failed attempts, they returned to their homestead and read through several generations' worth of farming tomes. Lately, they've grown more interested in bioengineered crops. Nature was not stingy when it came to granting charisma into Mercury. A true silver tongue, and this smooth talker could convince anyone to do almost anything. As such, they found their calling in being a motivational speaker. I do not know what that means, but you're in the age range, so I'm going to keep you. Now the problem is, we're meant to be sparing any humans aged between 35 and 60. We need to kill 5, so we might need to kill the engineer and let the farmer live. Just to go within the rules. But we did get rid of the really gross college professor. So that's fine. I feel a bit better from that. But unfortunately they've got to die. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Here we go.
Grim. Ah, yes, there you are. Good.
Converting
good.
people to a religion. Oh, I don't like that.
Okay, now.
If the
listen up.
ages weren't there, I probably would have fobbed him off. I don't agree with forcing religion onto people.
Great work today. You fulfilled your tasks adequately and all that.
You're trying to start a cult, it does
However,
sound like it.
An emergency has occurred which requires my utmost attention, and I must depart for a couple of days.
What kind of emergency?
Okay, listen up and keep this to yourself.
Promise.
Some philosophers and researchers are attempting to set up a utopian community for the betterment of humanity.
Which is bad for deaf business, right? Bad for deaf business?
I must investigate their strategies for any flaws.
You probably did read it
Anyway.
right, Orbis.
While I am gone, another will be in charge. Even though you passed the evaluation, I cannot leave you without any supervision.
Mm-hmm.
You will have more freedom, sure, but it is not limitless.
Okay.
Therefore, you will have to continue your daily reports as usual. I will be informed of your progress.
Okay, business as
Quite
usual.
so. And you are already acquainted. You will report to Lady Poddington.
Wait, the cat? Okay, the cat. Okay. We're reporting to the cat. Okay. Oh. I'm doing plants today. 3 plants have to die. I've been moved to a different department. What's going on? What's going on? 3 plants have to die. So we've got photosynthesis, jobless, photosynthesis, and pest control. A Venus flytrap is hidden in the grass next to a small path to the local honey farm. It almost got stepped on by a farmer, a dog, a horse, 2 children. It has good living conditions with plenty of food available each day. Right? It's a tiny succulent who likes sunbathing. It lives on the seaside between rocks and next to a seagull nest, never moving, enjoying the small things in life, like not being eaten by a snail and not having a seagull scream at it for a moment, okay? Yet another blade of grass. Right, so these are all just bunches of grass. Right. Wait, we can sacrifice a blade of grass, okay? We can sacrifice a blade of grass. It's a blade of grass. Grows lonesome on the side of the pavement at Cosmopolis City Centre. It will likely wilt if not tended to. Whoever would do that, however, remains a mystery. It's a miracle the blade of grass has survived this long. Life finds a way, I guess. Sorry, blade of grass. Sorry, buddy. Also known as meadow foxtail, is grass. I swear. If I have to make another file about a great blade of grass, I will quit. Shall we let the grass go? Let's let the grass go. There's plenty of other bits of grass. They're like on how many up here? The world would be fine with a few less blades of grass. Okay. But pest control is good to have. Yes. You love that grass. I'm sorry, amen. Kitty cat, are you happy with my progress? Oh, meow meow. The cat sits behind the table, very serious and official-like, ignoring your presence. Oh my god, so you are just so incredibly cute and fluffy. Slowly the cat turns her head towards you, her eyes blazing with annoyance. Meow, she mutters, then places her paw upon some documents littering the table. The cat repeats the sequence of contented meows. She then curls back into a ball and closes her eyes. I'll give you the gerbil! Lady Porrington's eyes grow wide and dark as you place the gerbil on the table. She pats the chew toy with her paw. Squeak squeak! The rubber toy squeaks eerily. See you tomorrow, I guess. The cat eagerly stares at the toy gerbil, fully ignoring your presence. The toy gives out a sad noise as you make your way out the door. Imagine if I ended the entire world. Right, off to bed. Okay, a letter. 2 humans have to die. Okay. City Council brainstorms ideas to turn Cosmopolis City green after the last blade of grass in city was found wilted. So that's good. They're going to introduce more greenery into the city. Okay. Bees on verge of extinction again. Oh no. Right, so we need to kill 2 humans. We've got a fair few IT guys, haven't we? So, let's put the pen down for a second. David is the founder of Transglobal Inc., a company that produces high-tech gadgets, like smartwatches and digital home assistants. For the past 5 years, David has been the foremost proponent of algorithms and artificial intelligence research. Okay, concerned about this second bit. Anthony is a nice guy, working at a failing startup of a friend. Often they walk their golden retriever around the local park, meeting other dog owners. They're happy to help anyone with tech issues, expecting little in return. Maybe only a nice warm meal, but if that happens to lead to more afterwards, they won't say no. Okay. Reggie graduated from clown school a long time ago, but the search for a paying clown gig has been unfruitful. They keep making balloon animals in their tiny apartment in fear of losing the finesse. They also stay in character 24/7, which some people find creepy. This agent for the Bureau of Agricultural Espionage has always wanted to be the bodyguard for the president, as they have extensive experience in safeguarding the well-being of crops and other flora. They once even played double agent for 2 contesting potato Okay, so I think this one's important to keep alive because I half imagine there's going to be stuff going wrong with food. So I'm going to say this one's a live. Now, who's going to die? We need 2 people to die out of these guys. They all have different things that are making me concerned. Because on one hand, a guy going around as a clown, kinda creepy. But Anthony sounds like he's trying to get people into bed with him. And then the other guy does AI stuff, and obviously that's just a whole open debate situation. But in theory, he's doing nothing wrong. You know what? Is it bad that based off this opening, Anthony is a nice guy? That kind of rubs me the wrong way. Especially because down here he's helping people in the hopes of getting more from them. So he's not helping people because he's a nice guy. He's helping people to then turn around and say, well, I helped you out, so what are you going to do for me? And I don't like that. So there we go. Not enough that I would actually kill him, but in this situation. So now it's between these two. The creepy clown or the AI man. I can't see what harm he would do with his balloons. So maybe he's less harmful than this guy. So would it be better to go for this guy? Because this guy doesn't seem very harmful, just creepy. Whereas this guy doing like all of his research and stuff could potentially become harmful. Because he could start messing with people's personal information, right? Whereas this guy just makes balloon animals. I think that makes sense to me. I might regret it, but I'm going to do it this way round. Yes. Because the clown guy is creepy, don't get me wrong, but he isn't doing anything inherently harmful, and I can't see how his balloons could harm anyone. I'm sorry, Orbis. Look at the kitty! The music's very good. As you enter, the cat is whacking the chew toy aggressively with her paws. The toy cries in the most despondent voice possible. I still can't believe how fluffy you are. The cat mutters in the most annoyed tone possible. Right, be professional. I'm here for the daily thing. With majestic grace, the cat lowers her head onto a pile of documents. The cat notes while casually twirling around on her spot, pawing the table. I'll take this to mean that I'm doing well. The cat carelessly stretches and shakes herself, seeming more or less pleased. With a swift nod toward the door, with her head makes it clear that you should be leaving. You'd nod at every clown. Right, to bed. Are the clouds there? What's the cloud doing?
All alone, Reaper. Power at your fingertips. It's electrifying.
It's electrifying!
On your own. You know why? Because they're setting you up.
Why would they do that?
Why indeed. You don't have what it takes to succeed. You're a void.
You're just trying to rattle me.
I am. Keeping you on your toes,
Even
right?
Ronald McDonald?
It's necessary.
Ronald McDonald's creepy.
Eyes like a lighthouse, Reaper. Watch your back. Be seeing you.
Okay. Back to the office. A total of 7 humans must die. At least 2 humans with a religious background must die. Spare any retired people if possible. Right, so there's a retired person. We've got to spare them, do we? Shani is a peculiar pensioner who keeps roaming all around town with a kettle in hand, always mumbling about the kettle not being warm enough. No one seems to know what, if anything, the kettle is in the kettle. It's a mystery. It does say spare retired people. The Ronald McDonald Cinematic Universe. So, 2 people with a religious background have to die. So these 3 all have a religious background. At least 2 of these guys have to die. Jessie is committed to writing the perfect sermon and are thus oblivious to the turmoil at home. The spouse is fighting a substance abuse problem and the children are planning debauched parties. Luckily, Jessie just found a new maid with unusual but effective methods at keeping things under control. Already don't like that one. Praise the revolution, cries Graham, the often so-called right-hand person of Mercury sent Ionas at the path of glory. Little is known of their past, only that they joined the commune at the very beginning. And there seemed to be the organizational brain behind the whole affair. Sarah is the leader of the Sun Cult. They're also the treasurer and the editor of the newsletter. They're also the only member of the Sun Cult thus far. Most of what they do is praising the sun whenever possible. Well, they seem the least harmless. I think these two, because at least 2 religious people need to die. So I'm going to do these 2 for now. And then, if we need to, I'll have this one on backup. Because it does say at least 2, so I can do more. So I'll save this one on the side. And I still need 5 more humans to die. Right. And I've only got 4 more things. Oh no, they all need to die, do they? I guess you need to die as well then, because we don't have enough people. Everyone just needs to die. So let's read their backgrounds. We need 7 people to die anyway, so we've got to kill them all. Tries to model themselves after the old mafia novels and films, without realising those stories are made up by authors who have no connection or understanding of organised crime. Soon enough they'll realise that there are no honour codes and family bonds. Crime is just crime. Okay, you gotta go. I apologise. I've got a quota to reach. Oh, Michael has been a dedicated worker at the... Okay, Grim, yes you, listen up. Why are you such a tool sitting at your desk going over all the profiles like a mindless drone? It's time to break the rules. I want you... Oh, Eamon, thank you for gifting subs. That was very generous of you. How many did you gift? 9 tiers... 9 gifted subs. That was crazy, Eamon. Thank you so, so much. That's very generous of you. Very much appreciated. I never got one! Eamon! I don't think you can gift yourself like that, right? I think you need to buy it for yourself. No, thank you so much. It's very generous. I never know what to say when people are generous like this. No, I really do appreciate it. What's this saying? It's time to break the rules. I want you to doom all of the profiles today. Go on then. Doom them all. Can I change the other one? Oh, I can't! Ah, heck. Well, I've already messed it up because I can't change this one. So, doom the rest of them anyway. Yeah, that's what it means. A sub point is, it's like, I think a tier 1 sub is 1 sub point. A tier 2 sub is like 2 sub points. And a tier 3 sub is 3 sub points. But I don't do anything to encourage tier 3 and tier 2 subs personally. But no, thank you. That was very generous of you. I should have read the red one first, huh? As you enter, you see the cat prone and eyeing the rubber toy with utmost suspicion. All of a sudden, she turns her attention to you, a devious glimmer in her eyes. The cat continues to stare, her tail wagging in a manner that seems pleased. That was awful. Lady Portington sits in silence, a accusatory look in her eyes. Hey now, I'm not to blame. The cat continues her silence. How could I have caused this? I do what I'm told. The cat slowly rotates her head to the right. Don't give me that look, I'm a good worker. The cat slowly rotates her head to the left. Why am I even yelling at a cat anyway? The cat blinks. I have to contact fate. I need answers. The cat stretches her paw to an odd-looking telephone on the table. Pick up the receiver. Ooh, you recognise a familiar voice, although it sounds grainy filtered through the old-fashioned apparatus.
Yes. Why is someone calling me through the office phone? The phone is for emergencies only.
This is an emergency. I think I really messed up somewhere.
Hello? Hello? Damned contraption. It never works. Why do I even have it? Listen, whoever you are, It is probably grim.
Hi.
Okay, whatever happened, whatever you did, you probably did not cause it all by your lonesome.
He sounds like a parent talking to their child.
Things always happen in the world, so, do not worry. You can always choose better tomorrow.
They do seem that way a bit, Crusader, don't they? Oh, I'm not that sure. Oh, they already hung up. Okay, cool. Lady Portington utters a bewildered meow, then performs the closest thing a cat can do to a shrug. You had your chance, now it's time to leave. Okay. The cloud's in here.
Psst. Hey, we don't like what we see. It's suspicious.
What is?
All of it. The profiles, the tasks, the chats. Too clean, pristine. What a wreck. Listen to us, Reaper, not the others.
Who do I listen to, though?
Yeah. Listen to me. To me.
To me.
Shh. They're probably eavesdropping right now. Let's be off.
Okay. Get into bed. And then I guess back into the office. To me, to you. To me, to you, to me, to you. Found dead. Drug overdose suspected. Mass suicide at Path of Glory. Entire commune dead. Right. Everything's going a bit wild, isn't it? The world is a wondrous thing. Oh, what have I seen out here? Now to try to balance out the turmoil of yesterday. Three humans have to die. Spare any humans with a law background. Right. You have a law background. You have a law background. I think you're the only ones with law backgrounds. So I need to spare these two, do I? Marcus wants to one day become a detective, but also enjoy being a beat cop. They have ingrained prejudices about people from different ethnic and cultural backgrounds, and and actively working on trying to break these prejudices. Okay, they're doing the good thing. They're trying to break that. Okay, they're trying to break the stereotypes. This has created dangerous situations, but also saved innocent lives. Okay. Well, we need to spare the humans with law backgrounds today. Raphael always had a problem with authority, which is why they got fired from their previous police job for insubordination. They preferred to work alone anyway. They started an investigation firm hoping to catch dangerous criminals, but mostly get hired to follow cheating spouses and take incriminating photos. But you worked for the police before, so you can live. 3 need to die out of these 4. Oh, I already don't like this guy. Rector was inspired to enter the arms trade when they saw a mobster kill a would-be assassin with an automatic weapon. They've compared the constant need for weapons to the human need for food. Recently they started to waver in their beliefs after they witnessed a first-hand destruction of the merchandise springs. So you're changing your minds. Okay. They had a realization. Chippo's been interested in what affects different diets on Haven people. Lately they've been working with the best of national athletes, helping to improve their competitive performance. Obsessed with religion from a young age, they moved to the nunnery as soon as they turned 13. Whenever a stray thought of sin crosses their mind, they give themselves a good whipping as punishment. Okay. Hails from a small village on the coast where they spent their early years studying a word I cannot pronounce. This later inspired them to turn their attention towards global matters, to the multitudinous and irrelated networks that make up our planet. You can whip yourself, because you could do it over your shoulder. Right, so these 2 are living. 3 of these 4 need to pass away. I'm thinking the nun, the gun runner, and then it's one of these 2. I feel like the climate scientist is more important between a sports nutritionist and a climate scientist. Because the climate scientists could make like a big change on things if they make a big discovery. Fish. Okay, well they're not studying fish anymore. They're trying to do stuff about the planet. So I think they should live. And then I think these ones are the ones that are going to die. The gun guy, which is a shame because he is having a turnaround, but he still has also caused a lot of damage. So he's gonna die. I feel bad for it, but she's not gonna need to whip herself anymore. And then this one as well, just because we do need a third one. Can I draw on this? No, I cannot. Okay, cool. And then I'll feed my piggy. Oh, my piggy has a little piggy! Oh, my piggy has a baby piggy. Have some extra money. Feeding 2 now. Okay, and I'll pop those away. I didn't even notice the little piggy. Little piggy! Right, let's go back upstairs. Meow meow. The cat seems to be in a slumber, occasionally emanating a soft snore-like purr. Seemingly in sleep, she swings her languid paw at the rubber toy. The toy laments on their misery. I feel you, rubber toy. The cat snorts in her half-sleep. The rubber gerbil complains. It's just squeaking on its own now? Well, they're taking the job while Fate is away dealing with some business. Slowly the cat lifts her head, turning to stare right at you. You almost make out the visage of a ghostly, mischievous grin. After a pause, the cat sluggishly sniffs at the usual pile of documents waiting on the table. The cat continues inspecting the documents for a few seconds, then turns away, seemingly pleased. Can I ask you some questions instead? The cat stares at you, slowly blinking. What do you think of Fate? Oh, I think they like them. What do you think of death? The cat shakes herself in a manner which seems entirely indecipherable. Why am I trying to talk to a cat? Okay. That was informative. Okay, cool, we're off. You want to talk to me again?
Look at the march of death. Bones of the living, ground into dust. A dust storm that suffocates any remaining breaths.
What?
Gaze upon what you have brought, instrument of pain. Don't you think this whole business is remarkably dehumanizing? An uncaring office of eternal bureaucracy, picking and choosing lives.
It's efficient.
What makes you think they are getting it right?
What's right?
Throwing out innumerable rules and quotas with no oversight whatsoever.
And you think I should do something? May have just been overly dramatic. Tasty carnage.
We should. Shouldn't we?
Should we?
Let us know if you come eye to eye.
There's different definitions for right, it's true.
Seeing you.
Hello Vatican, how you doing? Welcome on in. I guess we're going to bed. A total of 3 humans have to die. Humans in the field of religion have to die. Spare any humans with an artistic background. Right, so choir singer, technically a religious background. We've got a cultist, religious background. Mason. Not the sort of mason I thought. So that should be everyone with a religious background. Then you've got an artistic background. Solderer. I wouldn't count that as art. Would you consider masonry an art? Potentially. Right. So, the religious ones have to die. So these guys have to die. Right, she's only doing it to have better access to the wine cellar, but she still has to go either way because there's the instructions. And then we've got a cultist. Branch whipping, which seems to be important to their leader. No, we don't do whipping here. Okay, cool. So we need 3 humans have to die. Humans in the field of religion have to die. Spare any humans with an artistic background. So what have we got going on here then? Whip the Nene. Would you count a mason as an artist person? I mean, I do design, so I kind of would. So, you want a thing fused with another tiny thing, using an alloy of tin and lead? You come to Jan. Soldering is the cornerstone of building and maintaining any modern technological equipment. Okay. Krista has worked in real estate for 20 years. Got a nice house, they'll sell it. Got a crooked house, they'll sell it too. Even fetching a high price. Some deficiencies must be concealed. But money is money, right? Oh, I don't like that already. Right, what's the oil fracker saying? It's in the fracking industry for the money. No cries from environmentalists will make them rethink. They are determined to rise on the career ladder and become a boss of a fracking firm one day. Yeah, I'm between these two as the last one. Fracking is really bad for the environment, but then the real estate agent is selling bad houses for like too much money, so they're making it impossible to buy a house. It's got to be one of them. The fracker or the house inflator, I suppose. House person is older, that is true. I'm trying to think what would cause more harm. Probably the fracking, right? But they are kind of scamming people because they're concealing the problems. So they're inflating the prices and then selling people houses with problems. So that could kill someone. Like the roof could collapse or something like that. So I'm kind of tempted towards this one because like if there's structural problems with the house, they conceal it. Sell it as if it's like a really well-conditioned house. A family moves in, then the walls crumble and kill them. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm going to lean towards this one. Like, fracking's dreadful, do not get me wrong, but I'm just concerned that a family is going to move in and then the house is going to collapse or something like that. That's what I'm really concerned about. Right, so last one. You do get a lot more insensitive to it as time goes on, don't you? I'm just trying to get to the end of the first week. Second week, sorry. Oh, phone. Cat lounges on the table, brushing her ear with her paw. Without even glancing at the documents, she purrs softly, content at your accuracy and competence. I hope my gift is doing well. Okay. The cat rolls her eyes, which is admittedly a very bizarre thing to observe. She notes and then curls into a ball, indicating it's time for you to leave. Okay. So if the bar's open, it's a Friday. Which it is, so I'm guessing it's a Friday, right? Can I find out what day of the week it is? I don't know if I can. But I'll see what happens off the back of this. Oh, Faith's back, so maybe it is a new week. Did I not see the clip you sent earlier? I saw you do it, but I've not watched it. I guess we'll do one more day, huh? And then we'll decide what we're doing because it's starting to get late. A slightly shorter stream than usual, obviously I did start kind of late. 6 humans have to die. Anyone related to the transportation industry has to die. Choose humans on the left of the profile bundle to die. The left of the profile bundle? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what you mean? teacher, restaurant. That's another driver. So we've got transportation, transportation, transportation. Right, so that's all the transportation people. You were on the left side of the stuff, so I guess you guys need to die and these guys live, right? What a weird instruction. I wonder if I want to start challenging the system. Augustus dreams of becoming a millionaire, but is also content with being a taxi driver. The cab is decorated from hood to trunk, featuring several disco balls, aquarium wallpaper and subwoofers. Trying to a techno rave on full blast. Right, that just seems very unsafe. I think they're going to have an accident. So I'm going to, because I feel like they're going to crash while they've got passengers in. Because that's ridiculous. That's such an unsafe situation to be driving in. Right, this one. Blaze works as the Prime Minister's personal helicopter pilot. They love flying so much, they fly around all day, even when their employer doesn't need to go anywhere. All the money for fuel is taken from taxpayer funds. Buddy, no way! You're having a joyride in helicopters on taxpayers' money. No way. That's expensive as well. An absolute speed demon. They cruise at utterly ridiculous speeds all around Cosmopolis City, delivering miscellaneous packages to various people and companies. With a stoic demeanour and calm nerves, they could be an excellent rally driver. I don't like that either. They could kill someone! They're being too dangerous. They're asking for an accident. Right. A yellow sun rises. Shots have been fired tonight. It's what Leyland said every morning, looking into the distance, prepared for all of the crime victims that inevitably get brought in that day. Occasionally they find bones from the dirt and use them to act out key scenes from Whamlet. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. An efficient supply chain is the core of logistics. Being detail-oriented is proficient at optimizing exactly these kinds of pipelines. They're also excessively proud of this, which unfortunately has blinded them to their developing addiction to... Right, so they're using drugs while dealing with supply chains. Right, okay. Pop that there for a second, pop you there for a second. Trisha has been doing veni punches for decades, drawing out large quantities of blood. Lately their health is taking a turn for the worst, making their hands shake, a symptom they keep on ignoring because they keep on missing the veins of patience. Right, you're in the maybe die pile. I've got 3 dead so far. A true student for life, Chrissy has no intention of stopping their intense learning process. In fact, they might be on the verge of a massive, important breakthrough with their 4th bachelor thesis. You keep on going with that thesis. You keep on going, buddy. You're in the live pile. Teacher. Teaches sex education in many different schools, helping adolescents navigate the twists and turns of physical and emotional evolution. They're a fan of ice skating, pottery, and very technical metal music, often travelling to concerts and festivals. Sex education is important. Sex education is very important. Good for you. Okay. Restaurant owner. The nurse just keeps on stabbing. No, we're not doing that. I've got munchies for shark fin, but they can't find any. Not if Louis is near. They're a big fan of shark fin and other questionable foods like turtle jelly. Okay. Your mother taught STDs to an entire class in front of you in school. Oh my goodness. Right, so here's our situation. They're dealing with endangered animals for food. This person is stabbing people with needles. This person is dealing with supply chains, but also taking drugs. So they're potentially taking advantage of their job to smuggle in drugs. And then this one is sword fighting with people's bones. So. And I need to kill... Well, so 6 have to die. I'm already on 4. Oh, no. I'm on 3, sorry. I'm on 3. So I could just... The thing is, What would happen if I did all of these? I don't like any of them. Right, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one. Hello Timo, how are you doing? Welcome on in. And this one as well. And you know, for good measure, this one as well. Right, we're gonna do an extra one and see what happens to us, shall we? Let's see if we get into trouble. I do want to confirm my choices. Fate is back.
I have returned. Did you miss me?
Sure, I like our little chats.
Great. I am glad you enjoy our frequent discourse. So, okay. Yes.
Ah, 2 weeks is
Today
now.
your 2-week performance evaluation.
Okay.
But before that, we must quickly check your daily conduct. Where did I place those papers, please? Where are you?
Ah, Papers,
Here
Please.
we
You
go.
said the game title. People say this one is like Papers, Please.
Right. Seems to be correct, or whatever. Let us proceed to the more important evaluation.
He doesn't seem too fussed. Is there a problem?
No, I would not say that. In essence, you are a solid and dedicated worker.
I am.
You play by the book. You do what you are told.
I do.
There is little to criticize in your conduct, except perhaps for the minor lack of independence.
Continue, sir.
One might expect at least an inkling of rebellion. Does an autonomous personality hide anywhere within your skull?
It does, but I don't want to deal with the backlash if I do something wrong. So, I just go with the rules instead.
You are dependable, faithful, trusted. Is that all you are content with? Now, obviously, you are to be granted a small bonus. No one can argue you have not earned it. Keep it up. The ultimate evaluation is in 2 weeks.
So we've got 2 more weeks worth of gameplay. So, considering the time we're at, I'm thinking cut it off for 2 weeks. And then if you guys are enjoying this, I could always continue it in the future and do the other 2 weeks on another stream. That's definitely an option. I think that's probably the route to go. And if you guys aren't feeling this too much on stream, which is no problem at all, I can finish it in my spare time. Because I want to do stuff that you guys are interested in, but obviously I want to be interested too. But it's like a two-way street, isn't it? I want you guys to be enjoying it too. So I guess I'll go to bed. And then I'm going to pop on over to the chatting screen. Give me a second. And then we need to find someone to go to say hello to, don't we? There's a few people around today. There is a few people around. Is anyone else playing this game? Oh, it's only me and by myself. It's just me playing this game today. Let's have a look around. Right, they're on a BRB. Oh, sorry, Sync. I'm so sorry. It's around 10 PM now, so it's normally the time I wrap up. But I will be back on Sunday. But Sunday's going to be a weird time. It's going to be at 2 PM instead. Because of the time zones between me, Dom and Biggs for our Soul Link. So I hope I can see you then. But if not because of the time zones, I entirely understand. We'll be back to our normal times for next week. But no, it's lovely to see you, Sync. I do hope you're well. Foobs is live. Yes, I do see the Buki is live. But we raided them yesterday, so I was just checking for someone else before we go to the Buki. You're all for another stream of this? Awesome, good to know. What's Eerie doing? Are you 18 plus, Eerie? I don't think you are you? No, it doesn't look like it. Eerie's doing some Minecraft. We haven't said say hello to them in a while. So why don't we go and say hello to Eerie? Minecraft's always a safe bet. But we said hello to Buki yesterday. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for joining me. Obviously, next stream is on Sunday. Like I said, it's going to be 2 p.m. GMT, so 5 hours earlier than usual, because it's the Soul Link Nuzlocke, and Dom's currently over in Japan, so we're having to navigate Canada, UK, and Japanese time zones all at once. So that's why it's a bit more of a weird time. So if you can't come by to that, I entirely understand. And if you can't come, I hope I can see you next week. But if you can come, I look forward to seeing you then. Beyond that though, obviously I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Whether you're working, studying, resting, whatever you're up to, do have a good one. We're going to get that raid underway. As always, the raid message is the raid emotes if you have them. If not, just Tofu Raid, big old capital letters. Let's show Eerie lots and lots of love. They are very lovely. And yeah, that's all I've got to say really. So I'm going to wind down for the evening. Yeah, and I hope I can see you very soon. Thank you for the gifted subs, it's very generous of you, and for the follows and being your amazing selves and for keeping me company. And the last thing I have to say is, as always, be sure that you stay hydrated, eat your snacks, and take care. Be sure to look after yourself, and I will see you very, very soon. So, night-night, toodaloo, farewell, have a good one, and yeah, bye everyone, have a good evening, good day, whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye!